There we go. I think we're working. We got it.
Go Tigers and who that, baby?
Who that? Go Tigers. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I haven't done a live stream in 3 weeks. It's been that long. Yeah. Yep. February, I think 4th. I only did 6 hours of. I still have 14 hours in my StreamYards resets on the 4th. Yeah.
It don't seem that long.
Yeah, I just haven't really. Well, when Elvis contacts me and this one contacts me and this one says, "Hey, where you been?" Like all these people, I haven't seen you stream in a while, and I'm like, it's only been a few weeks. I'm not dead yet. Contrary to what we, say and do and whatnot. But I see Grumpy Grandpa out there. Go Lions.
And Ron, how you doing?
So
I did say hi in the chat.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, it's all good. I don't know if you heard it before. Oh yeah, you said hey. Yeah, but I learned something new today. People can listen to you backstage.
Oh.
So, this is interesting, huh? My brother uploaded a video on YouTube. He hasn't been on YouTube in 3 years. That's interesting. I guess he gets up and down. I guess he decided. My friend hadn't done a YouTube video in 3 years, and he's starting to do it again. So I guess you get that bug because he used to be big on Twitch. So not big, but big enough. But he don't need the money because he's got a good paying job. So I mean, he just does it for fun. But he doesn't do live streams or anything. So he just posts gaming videos. But
what's up, David Carlisle?
David Carlisle. David Carlisle, I've decided this is an annual tradition. I'm going to make my leap year stream every 4 years just because.
Just because. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. Have a leap year stream every leap year. Oh, every leap 4 years.
That's right.
Every leap year, yeah. Well, which it comes around every 4 years.
I went to work today and I kept telling everybody, today is March 1st. And they go, no, it's not. I did that on purpose. I go, yes, it is. It's March 1st. It's February 29th. So we don't have a February 29th. What are you talking about, you crazy people? It says it on the receipt. I go, there's no such thing as a February 29th. I said, what year is this? And they're like, well, it's leap year. And I go, leap year. Is that when you people leap off a frog or leap off a building or I don't know. No, I just kept messing around with people today. I was like, what are you talking about? There's no such thing as February. Is that made up? Like, what are you talking about? There's no such thing. I almost had my coworker question herself, like, but maybe there is no February 29th.
Well, like those saying goes that, there's February only has 28 days in it, except for every 4 years it's a leap year, and then like what other months have 28 days in it?
Nothing. That's why Black History Month is in February. I'm convinced of that because it's got the least amount of days. But I mean, I got paid today, so leap year is good. If I can get paid every leap year, we're good.
So, okay, what other months have 28 days or 29 every 4 years?
Yeah. Well, you go by the old calendar. We're on the Gregorian calendar.
All other months have 28 days. They got
plus
a few more days added to it.
Well, the old calendar only used to be, it didn't have January and February in it. I just got your text. It just came through. My phone's been acting funny lately. And I can't send pictures or nothing. My data went off my phone. Zanron's getting loaded. He gets a pay raise and vacation days. So, my last job, I had vacation days after 90 days. February 30th. You know what? Tomorrow just happens to be February 30th, David Carlisle. So
we might have to start a tradition. Let's go ahead tonight. Officially start tomorrow, February 30th. And then the next day will be the 1st.
Right. Well, I I didn't do a birthday stream a few years ago. I did a birthday stream on Twitch. No, what was it? 3 or 4 years ago, I did a birthday stream on YouTube, and I didn't really even announce it. I just put in the thing birthday stream, and I had 20 people donate. I didn't even ask for it. It was just like ding, 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 just with the PayPal, and I was like, holy shit. I should have did that again, but I've only missed 5 days. Huh. My last job, I was at 3 years. I missed 2 days. And those 2 days, they yelled at me so much. I'm like, what the hell? I only missed 1 day so far in 6 months at this job. Although I got yelled at today because, whatever. Not yelled at, but
shoot out.
They wanted me to do something. I said no. And I'll do everything else. But it was like, it's a stupid thing. You have to wait. The store's closed. They keep you there hostage while they look at the emails and do all this other shit. We just sit there for 30 minutes, and they want to throw a birthday party. And it's 10 o'clock, and I want to go home. So I left. You're not supposed to leave without the manager. So I walked out the door. I said, fuck it, I'm going home. I had to come back at 7 in the morning. So you're not supposed to. I said, write my ass up or fire me. I don't really care anymore. I'm not going to be held hostage anymore. My schedule says 9:45. It doesn't say 10:15. If y'all want me to stay at 10 o'clock, 10:15, write 10:15 on the schedule. I got rods coming. I have to leave. I'm not making my rods wait 30 minutes outside. So you throw a goddamn birthday party. And, she starts, I said, fuck this. I got to go. Do what y'all want. See ya. Y'all wait until I'm leaving before y'all want to lecture me. I said, I'm going home. I said, I don't need this shit. I said, I'm a grown man. I'm not a kid. Don't talk to me like a kid. I said, because I'll talk to you like a kid in return. Because she was trying to tell me, well, you're not supposed to do that. Like, talking to me like I'm a teenager. I said, nope. We're going to stop that shit right there. I said, you're 20-something years old. I said, I'm twice your age. I said, you're not going to talk to me like that. I don't care who the hell. I don't care what rank and title you own. I said, there are plenty of jobs out there that don't need this shit.
Like it is. Tell it like it is.
Yeah. Well, no one Zanron's going to send me that care package.
Yeah. Oh, that trip to Hawaii he was talking about a while back? Send me and you on a trip to Hawaii?
That's what I heard.
What happened to Missy? What Missy can't go with me and Phil guys?
Yeah, she can go. Come on now. It's a trip for 3.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. That's what I heard. Zanron got that big tax break. He got like 6 figures, right? He got all that money. He claimed all those adopted kids. Now that he become a grandpa, he's like, I'm gonna claim everybody.
I don't never bring sand to the beach. I always bring it home in my car or my Jeep from the truck or whatever when I'm at the beach. Get in my truck and I'm all full of sand.
The last time I wore my sand, I went on the beach last week and I said, you know what? I need some of those tennis rackets. Of course, we don't really have snow too much like that, but you put the tennis rackets on the shoes and they call it snowshoes. I'm going to call it sand shoes. Give me them tennis. I have 1 tennis racket. I need 1 more because I have deducted my shoes do not have traction in the thing.
They had a small hurricane hit Texas and, naturally Holly Beach. This was way before Rita and Katrina. And Holly Beach got a little tore up, the beach mostly, and they had loose sand everywhere. Man, there was cars getting stuck, and I had a 4-wheel drive, and I was pulling cars out and all that. Well, hey, man, can I get you a case of beer or something? I said, yep, Miller Lite, go ahead. No, I think I was drinking Coors Light at the time. Yeah, a case of Coors Light sounds good. Man, I had more beer in the back of that truck than you can shake a stick at. I could have had a party, a week party. Feeding beer to about 40 people.
Oh, well, I ain't got an old lady, so that goes to you, Cajun.
What I meant to say is, why would you bring your lady to a place like when there's so much fine ass on the beach? Yeah. See, Zanron's got the hook up.
He's got Mrs. Enron over there, so he's got the nowhere and what you call it. He's got to write a book, How to Pick Up Hot Women.
Yeah, I heard that was a bestseller.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's in the top 100 sellers.
I should write it again. Well, I was on Scotty's stream last night. You know, the guy watching. He was talking about this Chat GPT. You know, that AI crap. And he put in how to do his YouTube, a description for his YouTube. Hey, Miss Wanda, how you doing? He put in a description for the YouTube, and Chat GPT gave him a thing about his channel. I said, shit, I could write you something better than that. He goes, I'll give you $10 if you can top this. I said, okay, let me take a few sentences and write them together. I mean, if you don't know how to describe your own YouTube channel, because his friend, who is a millionaire, did it and got 27,000 subscribers on the first day of YouTube, which he has to be buying the subscribers. Who gets 27,000 with no content?
Oh, no content? Oh, because I know a guy that did about 30,000 in about a day or two, but I don't know what kind of hustle he's got going, but his name's Rob Bennett.
That's good to hear, Wanda.
And he's got
that's a wrestler's name.
He's got it's Bennett. He's up in New York, upstate New York, and he bought this house. He's a contractor. He bought this house to flip it, you know, and all, but he don't know if he's going to sell it now. He's finding some stones with arrows on them. He find an old safe, an old Bible, some old paperwork in old frames. Yeah. And documents or something with names and dates and all this. And I was back to the 1700s. You know, the house was built supposedly in 1702 or something. You know, well, they added on since the house was built, but but he's got this treasure hunt thing going, and I wrote down how many subscribers he had last week, and I looked at it like 3 days later, and he had like 12,000 more subscribers in just a few days.
Yeah,
so he's got this hustle going on. And he's monetized, and he ain't been on YouTube that long, just a few weeks, and he's already.
I know, that's crazy. Well, there's this channel I followed, and they were at 699 subscribers like 3 months ago, and I gave them 700. And they went from 700 to 15,000 to now they're in 3 months later, they're at 670,000 subscribers. And they just do metal detecting. So, I didn't know you did a live stream, Zanron. I got home at 4 o'clock. I went to sleep and I woke up at 7:45. So I took a 3-hour nap. So I apologize. I'll go back and watch it. But yeah, I was knocked. I've been working mornings mostly lately, just try to knock shit out mornings and evenings. I'll go back to the night. You know, I'm supposed to have off tomorrow, but they'll probably call me in. You know, my boss is on vacation, so nothing gets done unless I'm there. That's just how it is. Even when she's there, nothing gets done because I do it anyway. But yeah, I woke up 7:45, so I apologize for missing the live stream. Gonna get a PO box. Yes, get a PO box and send me that Lions cap.
Okay, he started his YouTube in 2013. Okay, but he didn't start getting his subscribers. He's up to 61,000. He didn't start. He's only got 79 videos, and most all of them are here in the last whatever. Let me see when his last videos were. Oldest videos.
Bug out bag.
A month ago. So I said 3 weeks. So I was off of. So a month ago.
Well, he probably had the subscribers already. I mean, yeah, it only takes one video to go places, but when they told me last night,
was his first video on that property. the property that that he's on now. The other
Mm.
videos from a month ago was a completed house that he did, and so well, I think how to refinish the countertop, and then a nightmare house flip before and that whatever. But anyway, 3 weeks ago he started this new house and started finding these rock stones, flat stones with arrows on them, and they led him to some this and that, and he found this tunnel under the barn or something, and rooms that he knocked down a wall in this house, and there was a whole room there or whatever, and with documents and all this stuff. He found an old safe, and it's yeah, and he's like taking his time on lives trying to get in the safe, drilling holes, and oh guys, there's a stone in here. There's a
He's
rock
gonna
in
be.
here.
You know what he's
There's a
gonna
safe
be? He's
inside
gonna
the
be.
box.
He's gonna be Geraldo Rivera with Al Capone's vault. If anybody remembers that from the 80s, he did a lot of things. He goes, "We're gonna get the money," and they had the tax people in. They opened up the safe, it ain't a damn thing in there. There's like a piece of paper. There may have been a piece of paper, and he's got egg on his face, and I don't know what a bug out bag is, but there's a guy that I used to watch. He doesn't do any more videos anymore. His name is Steve 1989 MRE or MRE Steve. I don't think he does videos anymore, but he would eat the old buy the old MREs and eat them.
Yeah,
there's a few
old K rations and C rations from the Korean War and all that.
Oh, he ate a damn hardtack from the Revolutionary War one time from a museum. They gave him a piece of it, and he ate half of it. But
bug out bag is just your bag that you got, like with your flint, your fire starters, batteries, like a little survival kit.
Oh, okay.
In case the shit hits the fan or whatever.
Oh yeah, but
a knife, whatever. Yeah. Just something fast and easy to grab, and something happens, and you gotta go off in the woods or whatever.
Okay, ain't too bad. I gotta go hit the dock for a minute, so I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I was fixing to do that myself, but I could wait.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. First.
You sure? Okay.
Go ahead.
Entertain. Well, hell, we could both leave at the same time. Grumpy could run the show.
Yeah, there you go. All right. I'm game. All right. Look, Zanron, you got the stage.
Zanron, carry the chat for me. Just type in shit in chat. And anyway, you're a mod. If any of those trolls come in, you take care of them.
Yeah. All right, I'll be there in a minute. Gotta bring Miss here. Toothpick. I shall return. Who has Biden's number and a number to the strippers? I don't know. I don't associate with Hunter Biden, so never did. Never cared for him that much. He was a party pooper. I'm gonna wait till Fuel Guy gets back. No. Oh. Huh. This is whoa. Stuck. Missy made some pecan candy. Yeah, buddy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. It is good. And a couple of pieces earlier myself. Oh, he's got the Coca-Cola. I was invited to a party one time, big bonfire, all that. I grabbed it was right around Christmas time. I grabbed supposed to be a Christmas party. I show up, I see the bonfire way in the back. I'm driving my truck back there in the field, and somebody's coming at me with one of them road runners or something, Rover. You know, Toyota Road Runner or Road Rover, whatever it is, man, and they trying to hit me. I'm like, what? Man, they chasing me, and I'm out maneuvering them and all that. And they hitting other vehicles. I'm like, good God, what the heck? And it was the homeowner. She went on a rampage. She was strung out on that stuff, that coke. And man, she was on a tangent. So I left that place. And found out the next day, boy, she got all stone cold. She did a lot of damage to some vehicles. She had money, though. She wasn't worried about insurance on a vehicle for that. She had money. She paid for everybody's stuff. Skipper, what's up? Got surgery yesterday. Pretty heavy, well medicated right now. Yep, we all doing good. Oh yeah, I know Xanron. Yep. Cocaine, that's an Indian word for you got too much money.
Did Xanron say he's got too much money? Because, if he's got too much money, I'll give him my PayPal. I'm more than happy to send something to me.
There you go. Skipper's in
I missed Skipper. Uh-oh. Damn. I didn't know Skipper had surgery yesterday. I hope he still is. I hope I didn't miss you, Skipper.
No, he just typed that a minute ago.
Oh.
And I don't mean minute like it's been a minute, hey man, it's been a minute since I've seen you. No, not that minute. Literally 60 seconds ago.
Shit, we need Hunter Biden's phone number and ask him, how the hell you get all those hot chicks? You ugly as shit. Oh, yeah.
All them millions he got for doing nothing.
Yep.
Collecting money for the big guy.
Money for nothing, chicks for free.
Yeah, get the money for nothing.
How much is a P.O. box? I don't know. I think that last time I had I think it's like $20 maybe. I don't know.
Maybe for 6 months. I think it's more.
I've never had a P.O. box.
I used to years ago, but man, I think it was like $25 a year back then, and that was a long time.
Might be $30 a month or something.
$50 now. It's in a big city. Oh, you're looking at $200 a year.
If you go to a bank, it's probably going to be more, or a post office, obviously. But
To a bank?
yeah, you can get PO boxes at a bank. Certain banks
Really?
down here, you can.
A post office box?
Yeah, they have some. There's a lot of weird shit in this city. Like I can go to the notary. I can go to the notary place and get my ID card. I don't even go to the DMV.
Oh yeah, they got them the title places over here.
Yeah.
And they got one in town, Dixie Title. It's not Dixie
Well, it's not
Title
called.
anymore.
You know how that. Well, it's like the security box. It's not the PO box, but it's like a security box. You know, you put like banks have same kind of principle.
Wait, security box? You talking about a safety deposit box?
Mm-hmm.
In a vault? Yeah, but a PO box, that's a post office. You get your mail.
Yeah, but you can get an actual box too. The bank here has. You walk in the lobby and there's like one of those. You go into the room and you could like lockers, but I think that Zanron's going to become the new COO of a company, and I feel within 2 years he's going to be a millionaire. But I hope he doesn't forget his friends. You know, feel free to send me 10% for advertising fees. You know, I still haven't got Grumpy Stacks ad fees. I can't even get a hold of him at this point in time because his phone's out. I think his phone's out, and he broke his phone somehow. He dropped it and cracked it. And
he's been having a cracked screen on his phone for a while. It probably broke even more. You know,
he was on. He was on. Well, he hadn't even been on Scotty's. He was on Scotty's once, and he said, "Sorry, I can't talk that much. My phone's acting up." And that was like 2 weeks ago. I'd call him at the shop. But, you know, that would only work if you had a vehicle. Because the last time I talked to him, he was like, yeah, have Cajun bring you to the shop. And I'm like, well, you know, I could have called him and said, hey, because one other time I went up there, he was at the casino 2 hours after I left it. I said, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He goes at like 1 a.m. I was at I got there last time because they had some country guys singing. And, oh, there we go.
Pecan candy, man.
Yep.
Missy made that I didn't make them. Not this time. Missy made it.
My cousin's got a
poured
pecan
everything
tree
out in the plate and made one big old cookie, and she cut them in them squares like that.
My cousin was telling me she's got a pecan tree in her yard, and people will stop from the highway and start going on property and collect the pecans. And she's like, hey, wait a minute, because she showed me a video. She's like, I don't care if you take some, but don't take them all. I said, you ought to put up a sign, 10 for $1 or 10 for whatever. And she goes, well, technically, it's not my tree. It was that, you know, she's in a big townhouse, but it's only her living there now because her sons moved out. One moved to Nebraska and one moved an hour down the road. And my cousin got this damn job making 6 figures, and his girlfriend making 6 figures, building inspector for the government. And I said, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
19 years old and this son of a bitch is making 6 figures. Where did I go wrong?
No doubt.
That was the one I kept telling him, leave me the hell alone. He was like, he used to be 12, 13, bug the shit out of me. I'm like, leave me alone. Go away. Now I'm like, hey, remember me, buddy? He used to come in my lives. He came in like 2 of my live streams. But I don't see him that much. But I heard he's got an old lady in Nebraska. That's where he moved to. And, you know, my little cousin's a dentist. So I'm like, hey, he's got to drive 6 hours straight up to go to a dentist. Like, hey, pull the shit for free. But he's got his own dentistry. So, you know, they went to college. They actually did something in their field where it pays off.
Right.
But I told my
I'm
cousin.
still trying to put my finger on a post office box at a bank. I know of a safety deposit box in the vault, 2 keys. The bank manager has a key. You have your key.
Maybe it's something like that. But
you open the thing, you take your box out, and you open that. You know, you look, you put your valuables, your house deeds, whatever. Put that in there. No, that's a safety deposit box. You pay that by the year. You know, it's not that much. It's probably cheaper for a safety deposit box at a bank than a post office box at the post office to get your mail.
Probably so. Well, there you go, Zanron. Mrs. Zanron is canning food.
Yeah.
You have to get ready for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Where the hell is my damn phone? Oh, here it is.
There's these preppers on YouTube, man. They show, man, look what we got. They go in the basement. They got all this food stored in there, canned, green beans, canned meats, all these MREs, they got, man, look what we got. Look what we got.
You know it.
They got a bunch of guns to protect all that stuff because the people that ain't got nothing, when the shit hit the fan, they got guns and they're gonna come to rob you of your stuff.
You know what passed today, right? You can now conceal carry without a permit in the state of Louisiana. It went through as of today.
I figured it would.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everything that Governor Landry is pushing through is going. It's going, and he set up a. Oh, and you know what? They're looking into investigating to get Mayor Cantrell out of office with all her fraud and shit that she's spending overtime with her lover, bodyguard, shit like that. Because I was watching the local station down here. They subpoenaed the records of the local television station to try to get her and everything. And so, because she's got till 2026. And they got some scandal on down here. It's our coroner is retiring. So this guy won the election, this other guy, unopposed. Well, it turns out that in 2003 he was charged with allegedly sex crimes with a 7-year-old, like spanking a 7-year-old, grabbing stuff like that in 2004. And he never went to trial because it was overturned, it was dismissed because they said the right to a speedy trial was over a year. So and when he went into office for the governor, like he's supposed to take office March 23rd, he didn't tell anybody about these things. And when it came out on the television, he's like, well, he used some kind of rule, like I forget the name of the term, where he was given permission to spank that girl like a parent, but he's not a parent because he was dating this woman for like 10 years or something. And he said, I use this rule and this rule. So the parish down here, they passed a resolution urging him to resign before he takes office, but they can't legally fire him because one of his jobs as the coroner is also to look into all the sexual the crimes, the rape unit. He would be in charge of that. And they said they don't want a sex offender he was never convicted, but they don't want anybody, something like that, to be in charge of a sex crimes unit. But this guy openly admits, yes, I spanked this girl. Yes, I had permission to spank her butt. 7-year-old girl, groper. Yes, I did. He comes out and he says, yes, I did this, and this. And people go, don't you find that a little weird? He goes, no. He goes, because I was acting on the parents. I had permission from the mother, and the mother's like, no, I didn't give him permission to do that. So, but yeah, this came out after he was elected. So he doesn't.
This Cantrell woman you talking about?
That's the mayor of New Orleans. She's like a guy. She looks like a goddamn Latoya Cantrell, the mayor of New Orleans. All you gotta do is type in Latoya Cantrell in Google. She looks like a goddamn guy. She's been crooked. She's in her second term. That's why New Orleans is all, she's the gang leader of New Orleans. But she might get prosecuted on stuff. She goes to all these cities. She was at the fucking Super Bowl. What the hell does the mayor of New Orleans need to be at the Super Bowl for? Like, she did a press conference because I guess New Orleans is this year is the next Super Bowl is going to be held in the Superdome. I think the New Orleans is going to have the Super Bowl for the 12th or 13th time. So it's going to be in the Superdome for I think the 10th or 11th time. So she's sitting there, fucking Roger Goodell behind her talking about, like, bitch, this is why New Orleans is run down. Do your job. But like her bodyguard, they were paying her bodyguard for not even working and shit, and overtime and stuff like that when he wasn't even with her, and all kinds of fraud and stuff. But they should have known this because going in, she was accused of fraud. the two people that were running for mayor in New Orleans, both of them were accused of stealing money. They had to vote for somebody. So she ran unopposed last time. So she won re-election. She didn't even campaign. I'm like, why are we running unopposed? Somebody, somebody's got to come out there. But that's right. Yes. Gas jumped another 10 cents today. It's $2.96 down here. 3 weeks ago, it was $2.65. El Presidente, let's raise everything. Except raising our salaries. That's the one thing that don't get raised. And maybe even my hand in triumph. But there's a lot going on with everything out there. Where's my water? Oh, here's my water. Forgot I had it.
Elderberry, what's up?
Elderberry. The Chiefs are playing it on.
They might be, the Chiefs might be playing in the Super Bowl in New Orleans next Super Bowl, but they're going to be playing against the Saints, and the Saints are going to whoop that butt.
I think the Chiefs are on our schedule next year, the regular season schedule, I mean, they won it last year. Now, granted, it was the preseason. I like how the guy from the Raiders, the head coach of the Raiders, and I think Antonio Pierce, or whatever the fuck his name is, he came out and he said, this is the way to beat the Chiefs. He goes, this is how you beat the Chiefs. But, yeah. And the Saints with the 14th pick select Barry Sanders. No, they better get somebody good. And we better not trade Marshawn Lattimore. They're talking about trading Lattimore. I'm like, why? He's the best cornerback we have. The Saints still got to get $30 million under the cap. They're still over. They restructured Derek Carr. They restructured Cam Jordan. They restructured about 4 or 5. Like they do every year. They're like $100 million over the cap, and then they restructure and But and they're talking about trading Taysom Hill, and I said, do not trade Taysom. Of course, Sean Payton wants him. So obviously, they can convert his salary. They got a bunch of salaries to convert. They're still $30 million over the cap, but they have until April. So they have until the draft, which is last week, April, January. But Patrick Mahomes is my fantasy quarterback generally. I always seem to pass on Lamar Jackson. I'm not passing on Lamar Jackson this time. I didn't win my championship. I missed out in the playoffs by 1 game. I finished 6-7. I tell you, something's going on with my basketball league. I started off 9-0. And then all my players started getting hurt. All the players on the Pelicans started to get hurt. All of a sudden, Zion's always hurt every year. So I started off 9-0. I'm 12-5 now. So I've lost 5 out of my last 8 games. But I already clinched the playoff spot. I clinched the playoff spot because everyone else in my division has 2 wins. So as soon as I went 9-0, I clinched the division automatically. But I am playing the other side, and the other side have got all the good players. But yeah, they're talking about the Saints might they signed a couple of these guys I've never heard of before. I think they signed a tackle and a cornerback, but since they got Clint Kubiak from the 49ers, how many 49ers free agents are we going to sign? Is Christian McCaffrey a free agent? I doubt it. We don't have the money for him anyway. They were thinking about trading Kamara, which that would make Elvis happy because I actually bought a card off of eBay. It says Alvin Kamara 6 touchdowns versus the Vikings. Greatest card ever. And when I get it in, I'm going to showcase it. And although Elvis did leave some comments on my Rose Down video. But I noticed YouTube just doesn't promote my stuff. They promote my shorts for about an hour, and then that's it. Nothing. Because one of them got 500 views in an hour, and now it's sitting at like 507.
What's the main income for the Saints? the New Orleans Saints to pay the players and all. I mean, how are the Saints team getting money? What does that mean? Where does it come from?
The NFL sets what comes from the owner, but the NFL sets the salary cap rule. It goes up every year. I think last year it was $240 million. I think this year it's like $257. It goes up every year. It's never the same. It's just the NFL says this is how much it is for each team. And then they have to take the 53 players. Well, no, the 50 players, because the last 3 players don't count. So they have to take 50 players and divide 50 players into $250 million, basically. So some get more than others. Of course, Derek Carr's got $25 million. That's one of them.
So where's the NFL getting all this money?
From TV. Hey, January, how you doing?
Ads and
I'm not bored, at least. That's a good thing.
The stadiums,
TV contracts.
The ticket, so the ticket
NFL,
price, that all gets shared with the stadium owners. Like the Superdome.
The owners get it. The NFL has contract with Fox. They have Fox, NBC, CBS, Amazon. What it is it's just the salary cap is just that. It's not that the NFL has the money. The salary, it's basically the NFL says this is what you can. Because back in the day they had no salary cap, and then players started when free agency came around. Players were. Teams were throwing, like Major League Baseball. They have a salary cap now. They're throwing out money. So the NFL said, okay, this is the number that you can spend on your players. And it's whatever it is this year, 257 or something. So it goes to every team. So it's not that the NFL is giving them the money. It's that the owners get the money, from the tickets and the revenue and stuff. That's how much they can spend on the players. That amount, whatever that amount is, 253, 257, whatever. It's my screen name and then add the Gmail. That's about what it is. I'll throw you a price if you want to. If you buy them or something. I'm not selling all of them. I'm just selling a few duplicates I have. But I did meet Joe Montana once, and I told the story. He was an asshole, so. His son, he was watching his son play. His son used to be the quarterback of Tulane, Nick Montana. He was there for like 1 year, and he got hurt, and he transferred to, I think he was at UCLA, and then he transferred to Tulane. He played 1 year at Tulane, and I think he went to another school, and then he never got drafted in the NFL. So I don't know what. They raised the salary cap from. It goes up every year per revenue, so it's never the same. But they raised it. I think it's like 257 or something. So you have to be at that number. But the 49ers got rid of him because he hurt his arm. You can blame Leonard Marshall. Leonard Marshall from the Giants is the one that put him out for 2 years, and. They had Steve Young, which I don't like either. But, Joe Montana wouldn't sign my thing. And he was like, oh, I'm not Joe Montana. I was like, you fucking are Joe Montana. Funny enough, he was sitting on the visiting side. He wasn't in the suite. He wasn't in the box. He was sitting on the visiting sidelines where I was because I had free tickets to the game. Visiting sidelines. So I was on the opposite team sidelines watching the game, but that's where he was watching his son because he must have got free tickets too. I don't know. But, the Saints are going undefeated. You heard it here, folks. Undefeated. But, yeah. Well, you're the second and third person to tell me about the ego, but he's got a major ego. Somebody came. Who said that recently in a stream I was in? I don't think it was my stream. Someone said the same thing. I was in a stream. I was in somebody's stream, and they said the same thing. That he came up to this girl and was like, "Hi, do you know who I am?" And she's like, "No, I have no idea. I'm Joe Montana. I'm the best quarterback in the world." And I'm like, "Yeah, it sounds like him." I mean, but you have to be cocky to be a quarterback. You have to be cocky. This is just a thing.
Derek Carr is cocky for no reason.
Yeah, but he doesn't win games. That's the problem.
That's what I said, for no reason.
He did take a pay. He did restructure his contract. No, I mean I have like those. I have a bunch of. I found my Michael Jordan collection. I got more Michael Jordan than Joe Montana, but I don't remember where half of them I got. That Joe Montana card, I got the Super Bowl card because Joe Montana did win that Super Bowl in New Orleans in 1990. That was the most lopsided. He beat John Elway 55-10. That was an ass whooping. That was a major. I think that's still the biggest
ass whooping.
55-10. It was like, yeah, me too, January. I want to see the I want to see us go to another Super Bowl. I don't think Derek Carr's got
instead of the toilet bowl.
Yeah, well, the Super Bowl is in New Orleans this year.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I said earlier.
It is. I mean,
if the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, well, then they're gonna be playing the Saints.
Well, you see, now that we got rid of Petey, has the
you get rid of Carr and get Breeze back.
Yeah.
But Breeze can't throw anymore. His arm's hurt, arthritis or whatever. So, well, that knocks that out.
Oh, Breeze?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Breeze's shoulder became, the last 2 years he was there, he even admitted he couldn't throw that far. It's all of it. Well, they told him from that surgery, they told him by the time you're 40, you're going to have arthritis in your arm and your shoulder. And he played till he's 42, almost 42. That's why people were saying he can't throw, which even in the last 2 seasons, him throwing 10-yard passes. And he did throw deep a couple of times, but even then, we were still winning. Drew Brees now can lead us to the playoffs. With throwing with his left shoulder. Because he says he doesn't use his right shoulder anymore. He throws with his kid's left shoulder. Drew Brees now can lead us to the playoffs. So, I mean, Derek Carr is at best, average quarterback. I mean, that's
the reason why I don't see why he got so much money,
because of Dennis Allen.
That much money, and he's not good.
Well, that's the thing, though. The going record of quarterbacks, the average salary, even of the shitty quarterbacks, is $15 million of shitty quarterbacks. So
but he's
there's only
getting
so
way
many
too much.
Yeah, that's why they got salary caps in place. Because if it wasn't for salary caps, Derek Carr could have got like $100 million a year. It would have bankrupted the owners. That's why they had to do salary caps. The NHL's got the strict salary cap. That's why the NHL went on strike the entire season years ago, because they were giving out ridiculous contracts. They still do. The NHL will give out a contract, 15 years for $40 million. And I'm like, that ain't nothing. Or one guy just signed an NHL contract. It was 14 years, $80 million. And that's maybe $6 million a year. But that's ridiculous.
No, not even that. Wait, how much you say?
I think it was like 14 years, 80 million, something like that. Close to 6-7 million. But I told you, did I not tell you, Zanron? Did I not tell you that they were going to screw your team? Did I not tell you that weeks before that game? If the 49ers play the Lions again, the NFL will screw them.
How many years?
14.
Oh, wait a minute. How many millions?
Like 80. I don't remember the exact. It was like 80 million, 82 million. I forget the exact amount. But it ain't much. It's like 6-7 million.
Divided by 14.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, 5.7 million. Yeah, 5.7 million. I had it backwards. I was thinking backwards.
Oh, I'm always thinking backwards.
I was thinking 14 million for 8 years.
I'm always thinking backwards. Doctor Who in the house. Bill's Mafia.
What's up, Doctor Who?
Bill's Mafia in the house. But, yeah, I'd seen where the Lions went up like, 24-0 or 21-0 in that game or something. Or I heard, but I don't know. It is what it is. Inexperience. I mean, Lions are still a good team. But you know what happens when good teams get good? All their coaches disappear. Hell, the Saints sucked last year, and all our coaches disappeared. So that's a good thing, too. We got rid of a few of them, and a few of them left. One of them went to Doctor Who's team. Ronald Curry is who I wanted to be offensive coordinator. He went to the Bills. So I feel that Ronald Curry is going to make the Bills a Super Bowl contender. So smoking lamp. Yeah, I had a mushroom lamp at work today, and I was like, mushroom. I went up to somebody.
Somebody say shrooms?
Mushrooms. Yes. Hey, the Saints had their entire roster the year after we won the Super Bowl, and that little bastard that says he wants to. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That little bastard ran us over in the playoff game, and we couldn't repeat. But
I need to get with what's her name in Michigan. She goes out in the woods and she's a deer hunter and all that, bow, rifle, whatever. She kills deer, either one. What's her name? Pizza Guy's wife.
Oh, I know who Pizza Guy is, but I don't know his wife's name. I don't think I ever did.
No, yes, Sheree Ward.
Oh, that's who he's married to?
Yeah, Sheree Ward. She goes out in the woods and she picks these morel mushrooms. She told me.
Oh yeah, I haven't been on Sheree's channel in a while. I know. I didn't know she was married to him.
Yeah. She was going to send me some last spring, but their season was kind of a bust. Crazy weather. And
wait, are they not married, Doctor Who, or are they married? What's the no for?
I'm pretty sure they legally married. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, if you live with somebody for 10 years or more, you're. Oh, she's not married to anyone. Oh, okay.
Well, I thought they were married. Pizza Guy was my wife, so when I hear a wife, I take it for granted they married.
Yeah. Just remember who gave credit to Grumpy's team getting there. I'm Elvis shit on. Well, of course they're the division rivals. Elvis shit on Grumpy's team the entire time, and wouldn't acknowledge
shit on everybody's team the entire time, except for his own.
Yeah, well, his team sucks. He knows that automatically. But that's why you hadn't seen him in a while. No, he's probably, if you say Minnesota Miracle enough times, he's probably lurking around.
Yeah, where's that Minnesota Miracle at, Elvis? Where's he at?
Skull,
baby.
Skull, baby. We ought to say that. Go Tigers, Skull. Nah, that's some.
I don't see my Rays coming out.
You doing like? Oh, I did that in the picture with my cousin. I did the hook and horns.
I don't see the Rays coming out behind me like Zeus, and Greek mythology. The Rays, the light rays coming up. You do that on a Mac PC, an Apple PC. You do that, and the rays come up from behind you, and then you do like that, and all the hearts come out your hand.
Ain't too bad. Yeah, I ain't been on Sheree Ward's channel in a while.
I haven't seen her live or upload video lately.
Nah, a lot of I don't go on many. Yeah, Zanron wants to be a crackhead. No, I know what you're talking about. And you gotta get rid of that damn voice chat, Zanron. But I know why you need it because you're probably at work. Y'all should go check out Zanron's channel. He works at a machinery where it goes and then he sets machines on fire live on YouTube. He doesn't get many viewers in the chat room. Although one night last week I was lurking in there, I fell asleep, and he had like 19 people in the chat. Or I don't think anybody was chatting. He was chatting. And I popped in, and I was going to say something, but he was going to end. I think he was getting ready to end the stream, or like 10 minutes before then. And it said 19 watching, but nobody was chatting. So I guess that, people got bored and just said, hey, let's go see what the hell he's doing. But, if you don't have Grumpy Grandpa, go subscribe to his channel. The man just became a grandpa a couple of weeks ago. So he's got Poop Jr. over there. I don't know the kid's name, and I'm just gonna say Poop Jr. unless Poop gets mad at me. You had 200 views. Yeah, I clicked on there right when you were ending because I think you would do it. I think it was at the middle of the night, and I woke up to use the restroom. I think it was like 2 a.m, and it said 19 people watching. I said, holy shit. And I went to type, and then that's when you were like, okay, well, I'm getting off, or, oh, that's good. I hope he comes home healthy and happy in one piece. You know. So, be like, all right, Poop, you're on your own. Nobody taught me how to raise a kid, so here you go, son. Here's some diapers. Have fun.
Oh, speaking of One Piece, coming home in one piece. There was 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, there was this reporter, and it was like live on the air, and or was it a woman chief of police or something, or a woman spokesperson for the police or sheriff's department, whatever it was. Anyhow, it was one of them, reporter or spokesperson for the police, sheriff, whatever it was. There's this girl that went missing, and a young girl went missing, and they were saying they knew who had her as just finding them, finding them. And the guy he was known for being accused of murder another child or something or whatever. And then the spokesperson, saying, well, let's all hope and pray that they find the little girl in one piece. I'm like, what? Find the little girl in one piece. That's no.
That's the wrong thing to say. You should have said, we hope we find her safe and sound, not in one piece.
Yeah.
Because that right there is insinuating that, well, she's already dead. That's what that insinuating is. Or they expect her to have her head here and arms. That's just a wrong word. I bet you that went viral on YouTube.
Man, that's like, wow.
Yeah. Did you see this video? There's a sheriff in, I can't remember what state, and he's feeding. I want to say it's Arizona, or it might be Illinois. I forget what state. He looks like a Texas Ranger, but he's got the long Wilford Brimley stash and beard, and he feeds him what he calls whatever burger. It's it's a burger, like a turkey burger or something like that, on 2 pieces of bread. And he goes, this is their punishment when they go in solitary, which could be up in there for a week. But the punishment is they have to eat this burger, which is like a turkey burger with 2 pieces of regular bread and has the buns, 3 times a day up for a week. And it went on social media saying, well, you should eat this. And he goes, all right. He goes, hell, I'm eating it right now. He goes, but it's like a turkey burger. It's got all kinds. It's supposed to be nutritious. But people are saying, well, don't you think that's cruel that you got to make your prisoners eat burgers 3 times a day? And he goes, well, this is a jail. This is not a hotel. Their mommy and daddies can't feed them. He goes, I'm their mommy and daddy, and I'm telling them what to eat. And I'm just like, and I comment and I said, God damn right. But I don't remember what state it is. But
so he's kind of taking after Joe Arpaio from
I can't
Phoenix, Arizona, over there in Maricopa County.
Yeah.
I passed in front of that prison quite a few times.
People hated him. Yeah, he's not the sheriff over there. I think he ran for he ran for office. He either ran for mayor or Congress, and I think he lost. But he term limited, so he's not the sheriff over there in Arizona anymore. But that dude was badass, and I don't blame. It's not cruel and
unusual underwear punishment. And pink sandals, flip flops.
Yeah, it's not cruel and unusual punishment because these people did this shit to get there. If they don't want to be embarrassed, don't go to jail. You have rights, yes, but hell, nowadays pink sandals. Yeah, some inmates might like pink sandals. They might be tutti frutti. They might love that. I mean, I don't see how pink sandals is a punishment. I mean, hell, they get free sandals.
He had them on the chain gang too. He had them on the chain gang. Hell, they wanted to go on that chain gang because they ate good on the road. They ate good on the road.
Well,
Yeah,
he
fried
had him.
chicken and or whatever,
He had
burgers,
him.
Burger King, whatever.
Well, you
And
know
then
what he was feeding them.
They could smoke while they were on the road like that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He was housing them in those 150, 140-degree sheds out in the desert and feeding them. The tents. Oh, he was feeding them. I think bologna sandwiches 3 times a day.
Now, the police station up here in Mamou, the jail in Mamou, that's where they feed their prisoners bologna sandwiches.
Oh man, what's going on?
What's that, no man's land?
I have never went to the Angola rodeo.
It's a blast, I tell you. It's a blast.
It's up there, way up. I've never went, but I've seen it on YouTube.
And it's at the Angola State Prison, the Louisiana State Prison. I mean,
yeah, no, I know where it is, but January, I'll tell you this: I went to school years ago with 4 sisters, and they were named Spring, Summer, Autumn, and Fall. And I told the mother, I said, if you have a 5th kid, you're running out of seasons. And she goes, I'll name her Sky. But and they were all about the same age, and they all went to school with me. I don't know where they are now because I lost track of these people. But I remember that just, there's a girl I work with. Her name's Reagan. And I was joking with her, and I was like, you must be named after President Reagan. And she goes, yes, I am. And she's like 19. But she goes, my parents wanted to name me Kelly. I said, well, that would have been a better name. But,
just like Bella, from the Twilight Zone sagas. And they, a lot of parents name their girl Bella.
Yeah.
Them movies.
Yeah, there's no original name. Let me tell you, my cousin's kids, second cousin, third cousin, I haven't met these kids. One of them's named Zethan with a Z. One of them named Ryder. The normal one's named Maya. She's like 13 or 14. One of them's named, like, not David, but like Dravid something, like a weird combination of David and I don't know. Dravid, I don't know. But out there in the country, they don't know what to do. They just go, we'll just name the kids whatever. But my cousin's name's Karen, but she's not. It's spelled Kerin. It's not spelled Karen. Karen traditionally. I teased her about that last week. I said, did they name becoming a Karen after you? And she started laughing because she used to have those qualities. She's cool now, but she used to have those qualities like in her 20s where shit didn't stink and stuff. But you mellow out in age. And I was like, they made that term after you.
Just like that Karen that was on the airplane and the cops took her off. Her and her husband. Her husband didn't say a word though. I think he was whooped. You know what I mean? Anyway, husband was like, he's just sitting there, and this woman is going ballistic on a guy sitting next to her. She wants them to move him away from her because he's got a Trump shirt on. And
that's
she's telling him, you if you voted for him, you put that man's finger on the button to start a nuclear war. That never happened.
I'm more concerned with El Presidente right now.
People named Zayden.
Zayden, Cameron, Zayden. Okay, Gabriel's in.
Zara, Cameron.
I don't know about half those names. Zanron was hitting the weed one night and he said, that's a good name. Let's just, But,
Zara. Is it Zara or Zara?
Or maybe they're names out the Bible. I don't really know, but or you're not calling him Poop Jr., Zanron? That kid's gonna have a nickname. I'll be like Poop Jr. How did I get my nickname? Well, your old man, we named him Poop just cuz. So you're Poop Jr.
First one, Zara.
But
I forgot which one I said first.
I don't know. Teach their own.
Or Zara.
But
Zara 1, Zara 2.
Well, I don't know how they came up with Zethan. I think my my cousin's kid said something like she had two names and like Ethan, and she combined it like two names where the Z was combined with the Ethan part. She had told me the story. I don't see him because they live in Missouri, Arkansas. I haven't seen him in like 15 years. So
Zara.
There you go. New Orleans. Who that? Yeah, we
You from New Orleans, January?
No, she said she got family members that from Italy through New Orleans. So got that New Orleans connection.
From Italy to New Orleans. Yeah, the Italian connection. A lot of Italians in New Orleans.
That's why. True Saints fan. Oh, Elvis is going to love this. We got more Saints fans in the chat. Elvis is going to be like, what? They multiplying again? Elvis commented on my I don't know if he's still sick or not. He was really, really sick for a while. He had the flu or some shit about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks since I did a live stream. It didn't seem that long. But I put out a lot of short videos in between to, Yeah, we already tried the skull thing. He ain't here. Yeah. He would have popped in already. Vikings suck ass. The Lions are way better than the Vikings. See, he already would have came in and said something about that. He would have defended his team already. The Packers beat the crap out of the Vikings. Jordan Love on his best day. Jordan Love on his best day is better than the whole Vikings team. They talking about freaking Burt Cousins going to the damn Falcons. I'm like, nah. They talking about Jameis going to the Falcons. I'm like, no, don't go to the Falcons. Your career's going to die. I mean, the Falcons want all the Saints players because they suck. So they just stay, Well, I mean, you make sure you take the good players. The Vikings want to trade Jordan Jefferson. Now, I think Jordan Jefferson should come home to the Saints. He played at LSU. He should come home. You think about this. As much LSU talent is out there, if all the LSU players that are now in the league were on the Saints, we'd be in the Super Bowl every year. Every year. We go undefeated.
That's true.
Joe Burrow is the quarterback. You put Jamar Chase on one side, Justin Jefferson on the other side, and all the defensive players, you ain't losing a game. Ain't no goddamn way. Of course they gotta protect Burrow. He broke his
Way to get Daniels in there.
Yeah. Oh,
him.
They keep saying we're going to draft Jalen Daniels. He's not going to be there for us to draft. He's probably going to go I think he should go number one, but they want to get that kid Caleb Williams number one, which is an insult.
Where's Daniels from anyway?
Jalen Daniels? I don't know. I have to look that up. I forget where the hell he came from. I know he played at Arizona State before he transferred to LSU.
Well, no telling where he's from.
I looked it up once. Let me see. He's from I don't know. Don't tell me. Let me click on what you call it. Yeah, Dan Orlovsky, who used to play for the Lions as a quarterback, said they should draft number one. San Bernardino, California. He was born December 18th, 2000. So he's from Cali.
Yeah. Okay. San Bernardino.
He played 3 seasons at Arizona State. And he had more touchdowns last year than he did all 3 years at Arizona State. He had 32 touchdowns in 3 years at Arizona. He had 40 last year. But I wish they could have redshirted his ass again. I still did not like the fact that he of course he sucks. I don't like the fact that he sat out the bowl game, but I understand it. If he would have got hurt, that would have. I understand it. I understand that rule. I got to put my fan back on. I understand it, but it's crazy that. But I mean, Nussmeier led us to the bowl game and let us. And LSU just signed the quarterback. I can't remember his name. This really good guy. See, LSU gets the recruits. And you know what LSU did? they brought back, all those people. They brought back a lot of Ed Orgeron's staff. The ones that left after Coach O got fired, they all went. Because they got rid of Matt House, the defensive coordinator, because our defense was ranked 110th. That's ridiculous. I'm telling you, if we would have had a good defense, LSU would have won the national championship. No doubt in my mind last year. So they brought back 4 coaches that was under Coach O's staff that left, the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, and I can't remember their names, but they were on that 2019 championship team. Coaches, and they all left. One went to UCLA, one went to Miami, because Brian Kelly, they bring in their own coaches, which and one of the coaches went back to Notre Dame, so he went from Notre Dame to LSU back to Notre Dame. The offensive coordinator.
Boy, that pecan candy is good, man.
I'm gonna get some pecans when I'm supposed to go to my cousin's house in a couple of months. I just hate I hate fucking driving to Shreveport. It's too far. But
what, the dentist?
No, my cousin lives in Shreveport.
Which one?
The one in my Karen, my main cousin. Her son's the dentist. He's in Monroe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my cousin used to live in Monroe. But she used to live on a golf course when she was married. She's got her own townhouse and whatnot. No, the Chargers hired a lot of good players. I think the Chargers took one of the Saints coaches. A lot of the Saints coaches went boom, 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 boom. They all left. Ronald Curry, who I thought should have been offensive coordinator, went to the Bills. So, all these damn NFL teams take our coaches, and then they start winning. Yeah, Harbaugh. Isn't Harbaugh the head coach now? Harbaugh wouldn't have left if the NCAA didn't stop fucking with them. The NCAA, what's going to happen to Michigan. Mark my words. I hope it does not happen. But they got precedent with the basketball team. In a year or two, the NCAA is going to try to strip the national championship, and they're going to put them on probation or suspension for the Harbaugh thing, which is bullshit. But yeah, he had no. If the NCAA didn't stop fucking with him, they kept fucking with him every 5 minutes. If they would have just let him alone. See, in the NFL, he ain't got that problem. But you see, the thing is, if it doesn't work out in the NFL, he's welcome back at Michigan, unless the NCAA puts a 10-year clause on him where he can't go back to like they did with the Fab Five. Chris Webber wasn't allowed to be on campus for 10 years. Jalen Howard and all that shit. They totally destroyed the Fab Five's reputation. They still can't hang the national championship banner for Michigan in their stadium, in their basketball stadium, because the NCAA won't allow it. They had to take it down, and it's in a vault somewhere because they pulled it out for the 30 for 30 for the ESPN thing. They pulled it out of the box.
Right.
Michigan had to vacate their national championship in 1990 due to ineligible players. So they got years later. This was years later. So they were ordered to take down their banner because they said, we should keep it up. The NCAA said, no, you got to take it down. So they had to take it down. They lost a lawsuit. And they still won the championship, but they had to vacate it. So that year, there's recognized no national championship, even though they won it. NCAA fucked with the LSU's records recently. In the last, with the whole Les Miles. If you go on Wikipedia, the NCAA, LSU had to forfeit 21 wins because they said Les Miles signed an ineligible player who never played for LSU. It's because he came on campus for one day and he signed with another team, and the NCAA rule. So if you look up on Wikipedia, 2000 and it wasn't the championship season, it was the one before. LSU had to vacate 8 wins one year and I think 6 the next or something like that. because the records changed to where instead of like we had I think one year we went 8-3, it says we went 0-3, and I'm like, what?
Right.
For that? Yeah. So they did that last year, I think. So that's stupid. How can you retroactively go back and change records? And it's bullshit.
Well,
Yeah,
they can do that for college. They can do that with the Saints and put that win on there and have them the Super Bowl champs for that year.
yeah. Roger Goodell's a pussy. He's not going to do that shit. Maybe his predecessor afterwards will, we got 2 more years of Roger Goodell's bullshit. So, oh yeah, he'll find a way to screw the Saints. I mean, I actually think he had a hard on for Sean Payton. But you notice now Sean Payton's not with the Saints. He's not fucking with the Saints anymore. I just think and Roger Goodell's new play toy is Dan Campbell, if you think about it. And I'm really kind of surprised they didn't fuck the Lions as worse as I thought they would have. But, you can't get away with the same penalties twice. You got to be more creative. It couldn't have been a pass interference. You need like another butt fumble or something for general stuff like that to work. So, I mean, I hope, the dude. Yeah, Dan Campbell was an awesome coach with the Saints. He was the tight ends coach. Dan Campbell's the one that developed Jimmy Graham. Because, Dan Campbell used to be a tight end. But he played under Sean Payton, and he coached under Sean Payton as an assistant coach. So, so I'm kind of glad that Dan Campbell finally got a chance to be. I know. Dan Campbell used to be with the Saints for about 5 years. I met him before. Yeah, his nickname is the Dude because he looks like Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski. Big son. He lifts weights.
Hello, dude.
No, his press conference, he's like, we're not fucking losing any more games, goddammit. And, oh, shit, yeah. It's like, Dan, lay off the steroids, bro. Oh, referees are used to it. Referees are used to getting cursed out and spit at. And, yeah.
Yeah, but that referee had a tank coming after him.
The Big Lebowski's big moment is when they're on the mountain and they're throwing the ashes out. And they throw the ashes out and it goes right in the dude's face. And he's just like, yeah, that's about that. One of these YouTubers did a video about that recently, and the whole thing's it's all graffitied and stuff now. And it's you can't even get to that spot anymore because the rocks are gone. But that whole area where that scene happened is all graffitied. John Goodman was in that movie. John Goodman lives in New Orleans. He actually lived in Chalmette when I lived in Chalmette as a kid. He lived in the rich subdivision, like way down. He lived in he owned a hotel on Bayou Bienvenue. He owned one of the Holiday Inns for the longest time. He used to stay in that Holiday Inn, but he bought a house in the French Quarter. And he was building a house in Chalmette, and then Katrina hits. I don't know. But I think he lives in New Orleans because he does the Toro commercials, and he does the FanDuel commercial. But yeah, John Goodman's been living in New Orleans for a long time. He did a movie in the 80s, a football movie where he was the coach of, I think LSU or something, or he was assistant for LSU in the 80s. Him and I think maybe Scott Bakula were in that movie. And he bought a house, and he's just been living in New Orleans and Louisiana ever since. I haven't ran into him. I've never ran into John Goodman. Hell, I'm still trying to run into John Schneider. He hadn't replied to my emails yet, so I'm disappointed. I'm gonna have to catch him on a Facebook stream. So. Because he only lives like I thought it was 45 minutes and more. It's more like an hour away.
Well, next time John comes to the radio station, I'll put in a good word for you.
Yeah. We should interview him. Me and you should, hey, we do a show. I'll interview him on my channel, and you could be the co-host. You'd be the
Well, John would be your co-host at that point in time.
Well, he'd be the guest.
Yeah. Well, okay. Co-host, guest. Yeah.
Yeah, I have you on as the co-host. I'm like, or I just interview them, and uh, I would say we'll ask people in the chat to do questions, but the usual cast of characters in this chat won't even know who the hell he is, or they'll just be like, "What do you think of the Bills?" Now, John Schneider's a Saints fan, by the way, because in his shed he's got a big thing of Drew Brees and he's got a big Saints gear thing. So he only lives down here because his wife is from New Orleans. Because in one of his videos he goes, I got all this Cajun stuff, all these Cajun sayings he's talking about. I don't know if his wife passed away or not. I think we were talking about that in the last stream. She had cancer. I don't know if there's a, if you go on, that's why he doesn't really do YouTube too much. He used to do YouTube lives, but like 2 or 3 years ago, he was talking about a lot of his live streams were about his wife and fundraising for cancer. And I think she pulled through. I'm not sure. I think she did, because he did he posted a picture on Twitter a couple of months ago with a woman, so it must have been his wife. But I know at one point she had cancer, so it must have worked out. But he's been busy lately. He was on that Masked Singer. He dressed up as a donut a few months ago. And everybody's like, "Oh, that's John Schneider," because you can tell him singing. Because he does country and gospel, and he'll come on.
Yeah, he had a couple of country hits back. Hell, back when I was DJing, right after Dukes of Hazzard, during or right after Dukes of Hazzard went off there, he had a couple of country hits.
Well, he just put out an album. That's what he does on YouTube now. He'll do like a 6-minute YouTube. He does all his Facebook lives, but I sent him a few emails. I don't really expect to have a response, to be honest, but hey, it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah, because he had a new CD out. He came over to the radio station here twice. I remember one time it was to promote the new CD. So they had him as it was on a Thursday, and they played every song off the CD.
I listened to one of them. He did a Facebook. He did a YouTube live about 2 weeks ago, and it was like 6 minutes long. And he goes, "I haven't been on YouTube in a long time." He goes, "I don't remember how to turn this thing off." It was only supposed to be like a 3-minute YouTube live promoting his music. And then he's like, "I don't know how to turn this thing off. Where's the button?" And then he's like, "Well," and he starts talking about his music again. And he goes, "All right, well, until I figure this out." And about 2 or 3 minutes later, he goes, "All right, well, I think I figured this out." He goes, "See y'all, folks." And then he clicked the button. And he goes, "This thing's still recording." And then it shuts off. I'm like, you're having a senior moment. So, yeah. But, yeah, I got to get in touch with what's her name? I can't remember. I didn't email that lady. Maybe I should email her. I don't remember her name anymore. I should. But she lives in New Orleans. Well, she's from New Orleans. I think she lives in Metairie, actually.
Who's that?
You know what we talking about? The lady that's in Django. I can't remember her name right now. That I was telling you about.
Yeah.
The lady, she's been in a lot of. I might try to. She's got a Twitter. She's got an email address. I might.
Yeah, she's been
in a bunch of movies. Name. Yeah, I can't think of it right now. Yeah, I should, because I keep watching her stuff. But she's like, I think 65 or
De La Moine or something like that.
Yeah, because it's a French name, because you were commenting on it last time. But I'm gonna get in touch with her maybe, because she's actually done YouTube interviews with people I've never heard of. So I mean, she's more like an author than an actress, but she's been in Django with Jamie Foxx and Leo DiCaprio. She's been in some big movies, but she's not the starring person.
Yeah, she didn't have a star role. It wasn't a minor role either, but it wasn't a starring role.
Yeah, but I mean, she's an author, and she's got businesses and stuff. She lives in New Orleans with her husband, but I'll think of her name later. I'll be like, shit. But I might try to see if she, because I've put her name in the YouTube search, and I've seen her talking on YouTube to people. So I mean, maybe that's more possible than I'll try to interview like lower celebrities are not. I don't want to say B list, but considering I've never been in a movie, so I can't say anything. But these people have been. I have Netflix. Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
I
tell
got
you
it.
a movie I seen when I was at my aunt's. It's on Hulu. It might be on Netflix too. It's called Arkansas. It's Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn is the main character. It revolves around. Well, I don't know the other two guys' names, but John Malkovich is in it. It's about drug dealers, and it is a freaking awesome movie. It's like I just started watching it, and they got this character. He's like out of whack, but it's ARK. It's got a skull, Saw. So it's Arkansas. It was on Hulu. I think it might be on Netflix too, but it's Vince Vaughn, and it's I've never heard of that movie. I don't go on Netflix too much, Samron. I usually stick on Plex and watch Johnny Carson or This Old House.
The only reason I got Netflix is my mother-in-law called and said, "Hey, I got Netflix at my house, and I can have 5 other devices on my account." She says, "I'm gonna give you the password." So I got on Netflix, and
I have it because of my
password and all that.
Yeah,
and then the email and stuff, and her email, and then the password, and boom, we got Netflix for free.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you can do Plex too. Plex is free.
But she paid
I
for
saw
this. Netflix and just gave it to us for free.
Yeah, but I saw the movie on Hulu. Although I did see it, I think it's on Netflix too. But if you haven't seen the movie Arkansas, it is a really good movie. I think Xaron, since it's about drug dealing and shit, I think you should watch it. It's really freaking out. Like shit, just like it's like about 2 drug dealers that get caught up in all this shit, and Vince Vaughn is the main boss, but they don't know about it. They don't know that he's the boss until near the end of the video. But we call him Ass Bomber. That's AASSOBAAMA. I'm doing the Jeff Jarrett takeoff. That's JEFFJARRETT. That's good old double J, Jeff Jarrett. So we doing a takeoff on that. But maybe I should interview Jeff Jarrett. Right? He's got a. Maybe I should go after these big wrestling podcasters. There's one of them I can't stand, but I listen to him all the time. But I can't stand his ass because he's anti-Trump, and he bashes Trump and every guy. When he gets to the point where he starts bashing Trump, I stop listening to it. But he's like, "There's no good rip." I'm like, "You motherfucker." I've already commented. I was like, "So you fucking support Biden, you piece of shit." Right? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Well, Jim Cornette is the podcast I listen to, and he's anti-Trump, so I only listen to like certain parts of his shit. But he usually tries to make it political, and that's why I can't really watch it too much anymore. But Jim Cornette's whole stick is to piss people off. It's all stick with him. So that's what he's gonna do. If El Presidente is in office again, he's gonna be happy. He apparently he don't care. He's a millionaire. He don't give a shit about whatever. Lyle Lovett. You talking about Lyle Lovett? He was in Pretty Woman.
Lyle Lovett was in Pretty Woman?
I think so. I could be wrong. I thought he was. Oh, he's talking about Julia Roberts. Yeah, Julia Roberts, that was her big role. Pretty Woman. I mean, she was in stuff before Pretty Woman, but that was her big. No, not Lyle Lovett.
Richard Gere?
Yeah, him. Maybe Lyle Lovett was singing. I don't know, but
I don't know. I don't remember him in the movie.
I think Julia Roberts was in Mystic Pizza or something. I didn't know there was an Obama movie, Ass Bomber. We call him Ass Bomber. But I didn't think he was in that type of, I don't know. Some weird stuff. But yeah. We ought to see who makes the El Presidente movie. And now starring in his latest role, Steve Carell. He'd be like, and then fall down the stairs. That would be an Oscar. Steve Carell could play Joe Biden. So there is actually, and I did not know this until recently, there is a channel on YouTube called Classic New Orleans, and they play old clips. Apparently, Joe Biden tried to run for president in 1987, and he had to drop out because of a sex scandal. Imagine that. So he could have been president in the 80s, and somehow, some way, 30 years later, this asshole gets elected. But, yeah, I don't know. That's a movie I don't particularly want to see. I don't know. I don't want to deal with Ass Bomber. But The Rock did a sketch on it. Did a sketch on him, one called The Rock Bomber, where he was a Barack Obama, but he was The Rock. I'm a rock bomber. And I'm like, yeah, you could be. Yeah, here's my middle finger. Pick one. The right one or the left one. That's my dear sorry apology. Get apology on that shit. Qualifications for being president: senile, mentally unfit for office, probably a little bit retarded. Yeah, you'll get voted in. Just put a D in front of your name. That's no problem there. God forbid you put an R in front of your name and actually have some goddamn intelligence. You know, I've heard of that theory, and I told somebody that, and they started laughing, and they said, that's not true. And I said, well, think about this. How do you know? Texas doesn't have fucking wildfires. Think about it. It's 130 degrees in Texas. Hawaii
had a big wildfire a few days ago, yesterday, day before yesterday, destroyed 1 million acres.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, that's what Xandron started bringing. Hawaii has wildfires because Hawaii has 1 billion volcanoes. It makes more sense on Hawaii. But when's the last time have you ever heard of a Texas wildfire? They don't have any damn... I heard about that the other day. Oh. Well, they're doing that because they can't, the federal government can't stop them putting up the wall. So they're pissy about it. So they said, let's burn the state down. You know, that's probably what's going on. This is just my personal opinion, belief, and I have no proof against it. But, you know, there is a conspiracy theory. You know, that's what I'm saying. I should have a radio show about conspiracy theories. Telling you I should be on Odyssey Radio doing my conspiracy theory. I'm telling you, next time Russ pops into Scotty's chat, he's like, send me a resume. I don't need to send a goddamn resume. Come to my YouTube stream, listen to this shit, put me on the YouTube. He don't pay anybody. You don't get paid, so I don't, you know, he don't pay any of those people on his damn radio station. So, I mean, you know, it's like public access. Just give me a damn hour slot. I'll do a weekly show about conspiracy theories. And, I mean, there's a lot of them out there. Shit. You know how many viewers I get? I'd simulcast it like Scotty does on YouTube. But I do not see how that Andy Dobbs or dude, that's Scotty's friend, has 27,000 subscribers on YouTube after one goddamn week with no videos. Or maybe one. I think he has no videos. He might have one, but I don't know the name of the channel. I just know the guy's name because he said it. And, you know, Scotty was talking about, I've been on YouTube for all these years, and I got 1,200 subscribers. I said, shit, I got more subscribers than you, Scotty. And I'm not doing 3 nights a week. He used to do 5 nights a week. I said, something's wrong with this platform. I said, but your friend's a millionaire. He probably bought those subscribers. Oh, he don't buy subscribers. You don't get 27,000 subscribers with no videos. So, word of mouth, I mean, he is a best-selling author, but I don't know him, and the only reason I've heard of the guy's name is because he's on Scotty's channel. I've only seen him one time, and he popped up for 2 minutes on Scotty's stream. But well, if you come to New Orleans, I can't promise you that, but you might be safe. Everything blue. Hey, Tulane's got olive blue in their uniforms, so I think we're good. Yeoman Stadium's like blue and green. No, that's an off-colored champagne blue. That ain't actual blue. They have to specify what types of blues. Is it the periwinkle? Is it the off-color blue? Is it the Lions blue? Is it the shit factory blue? Is it, it's a lot of, That's because blue is a super color. People laugh. If you paint a house blue, it's not going to burn down. Blue reflects fire. It's a proof. I've been saying that for years. Blue shit burns, but it doesn't burn like other colors. It reflects the light. It reflects oxygen. I've said that for years. Like, why is it a coincidence that when the last couple of wildfires, exactly the same thing happens, Aaron. Everything blue stands up. Why is that? That can't happen every single time. There's got to be something more to it. They can't just be setting that laser on every color but blue. That makes no sense. I'm telling you, blue's got some kind of antioxidant or something in it. It's resistant. It's retardant to flame. It must. Which is good because this place has blue in it. But, California always burns down. California, I can understand wildfires. Hawaii, okay. Texas, yeah, that's just, I don't understand Texas. But you think about this. 60 counties in Texas burned down. Well, shit. Louisiana's only got 64 or 68 parishes? Then again, Texas is 3 times, 4 times the size of, maybe bigger than Louisiana. Back in the day, Louisiana territory used to cover 13 states. It was the middle of the whole damn country. And then the government said, no, and started cutting Louisiana down to like a little hole in the wall in the bottom of the South. If you put a baked potato in a microwave for 30 minutes at 600 degrees, you can set a pretty good fire. I had a coworker that did that years ago, and then he put a fork on top of it just to see what would happen, and he burnt it. He blew a socket. So I have no idea. My answer on that is going to be aliens. Yes, aliens did it. But
the roots catch on fire, and then the fire goes up the sap, travels up the sap into the tree if the roots catch on fire. That's common knowledge right there.
Oh yeah, no, I know something about that, but that's what a microwave is supposed to do.
I was talking about the comment about the trees.
Yeah, I know. But that's what a microwave's supposed to do. Cook everything from the inside out. It warms up the molecules.
Right.
That's the whole purpose of a microwave. It's microwaves hitting whatever the food is.
Very tiny wave in the microwave region.
It warms up the molecules in the food and Well, of course they do. I mean, of course they got a weapon out there. Like I said, Texas
Star Wars was about, those satellites in orbit that
they're still up there.
That could laser missiles heading for the United States. Yeah.
That's laser the setting, good old Reaganomics and stuff, but that's what I'm saying.
Reagan era. Star Wars.
Texas don't have wildfires normally. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but
This was up in the Panhandle, and it was a forested area.
Yeah.
And they've had wildfires up in the Panhandle and Amarillo and all that. This one was called the Barbecue Creek Fire or something like that. Me and Johnny was talking about it earlier today. I had looked it up. I looked at the map, and they had wildfires there in those areas before. It's a forested area like Kisatchie National Forest, right up the road from me. By Alexandria up there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I passed by it.
Yeah.
But
because that's a huge Kisatchie National Forest is huge. It covers a lot of part of central Louisiana, Alexandria, up to Oakdale. It kind of the southern border of the forest. I can get to it in 35 minutes from my house, 40 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you this. They had I didn't hear it. I was at work. It was a couple of weeks ago, and it was on the news, and somebody had one of those Ring doorbells with the camera and the sound, and they heard boom, like an explosion, and miles from where I'm at, but in the same area, and they thought something exploded. There's no facilities or any of that shit out there. Now, I grew up in Chalmette. The Kaiser refinery, the Chalmette local refinery, boom, every couple of years, boom, it would blow up, catch fire. We were used to that. Usually it was around nighttime. So
they got a Kaiser plant in Kaiser in Baton Rouge is aluminum factory.
Yeah. Well, it's not Kaiser down there anymore. It's not Exxon, not BP. It's not Alcoa. It's not a refinery. It's aluminum plant. It's a refinery now. It used to be a refinery aluminum / It's right there on the Mississippi River. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's oh shit. But they got the oil wells out, and Katrina took it, flooded. The oil wells popped out and covered my friend's house, and he got a multi-million-dollar settlement from the company. But it's oil refinery, gas, stuff like that. And that's right next to the battlefield. I mean, right on the levee. One of the entrances on the levee is right through. If you keep walking, you can walk the entire levee once you get to the gate. One day, me and my friend said, let's go in there and see what we can do. They had the gate wide open, but then they had security guards there with the guns, and they're like, oh, we got to turn around. Fuck it. Where was I going with this? I had a train of thought. What was the last thing you said?
Well, I was saying again, Baton Rouge, they got a plant. It's called Kaiser, but it's an aluminum plant.
Yeah. No, the thing before that, you were talking about the woods. You were talking about something.
Oh, the Kisatchie National Forest over here.
Yeah. I lost my train. I had a train of thought. I was going with that story.
The Kisatchie National Forest has it's like 650,000 square acres. It's
I know what I was talking about now.
Or whatever square miles,
yeah,
100 square miles, but it's the largest national forest in the South, and just the largest refuge or forest in Louisiana.
I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the explosion a couple of weeks ago, last week. So they caught it down here. Yeah. So no, they caught it down here. It was an explosion. And I was at work, so I didn't hear anything. It happened like 8 o'clock at night. A big boom. Somebody caught it on the
ring camera.
Yeah, the rod of God is in my pants, Enron. No, I'm sorry. I had to say that. Sorry, I had to say that. I didn't hear it. But so they were trying to figure out this boom. People calling 911 thought something exploded. Well, what happened was Stennis they were testing a rocket that night for the thing, and they have 175 mile buffer. Some of the buffer starts at the state line, and it goes into Mississippi. It's 175 miles either way. Usually sound doesn't come out this far, but what happened was they had some kind of weather event that night. It was raining and the clouds. So they said the sound picked up with the fog, and the sound will pick up, it'll go straight up in the air, and it'll zoom it down. So what happened was sometimes the Stennis rockets the sound will travel more than 175 miles. The buffer is 125, but they said it can't go past 175. So apparently with the fog and the rain, it made the sound go, because I'm only, add 40 miles past that buffer zone. But so the explosion from the rockets that they were testing, the engines, actually made it out here, the sound. So people were freaking out. They thought people were dropping a nuke on us and all this other fucking shit. And I said, why would they nuke us? Of all the fucking places in the entire United States, why the fuck are they going to nuke Louisiana? We're a Republican state. We actually have common fucking sense. I mean, no, I'm not religious. I promise I'll never look that shit up. Because you're going to lead me to a porn site. Oh, I can't look up. Porn sites, most of the main porn sites are now illegal in Louisiana. You have to fucking show your ID and shit to get on them, which is fucking stupid. Jeff Landry needs to fucking overturn that shit. But, I told you the rod of God is in my pants. No, I've actually heard that before. I don't remember where I heard that term before. You should ask Scotty these questions. I don't know shit about religion. When Scotty comes on tomorrow night, you should come in. If Scotty goes on tomorrow night, because it's kind of I mean, I could see it. I could probably pull his ass in here and say, Scotty, come here, answer these questions for me. But, I should text him. What is this rod of God shit? Oh, well, there's all kinds of shit up there since the 80s. There are over 200,000 satellites floating around the Earth right now, and they have a government agency that looks at them and makes sure they all don't crash into each other. But I have no goddamn idea what the hell, Well, yeah, I know. We put up a lot of shit there in the 80s. You got to remember who was in office in the 80s. You had Reagan. And then towards the last part, you had Bush. So chances are it was probably put up when Bush was president, because we all know his CIA background. I mean, you want to go into conspiracy theories. That's the so-called conspiracy theory who took out JFK. So I would not put it past anybody to, but that just sounds like a porn movie. The Rod of God. That's just like, yeah. Well, someday it'll, well, when they go up there with the International Space Station, okay? Why do they go up there so many times? It's not because they want to study space from science. People are that fucking naive. No. They go up there because you got to maintain these satellites, because satellites burn, they crash, they go out of orbit. Where are they going to go? They know they got those weapons up there, and they freak out. They're like, oh, shit, this thing comes out of orbit. We're gone. That's why they got the International Space Center, ISIS and stuff. It's not because they all these scientists up there doing space, shit, but oh, yeah, they send rockets and shit up there every day. Who knows what Elon Musk has got up there right now?
A lot of satellites.
Oh, there's a website you can go on. I can't remember the website. I used to go on it. It tracks there is something like 216,000 satellites orbiting the Earth right now.
Man,
like
that's
metal.
a lot of satellites.
And yeah, well, all DirecTV and all these other ones. But there's some kind of government agency that is in charge of making sure that they all won't crash. And I can't remember. It's like a recon thing or something. But part of NASA, but it's a recon thing. But yeah, pretty much they say they all orbit each other, but it looks like the orbit of Earth looks like the rings of Saturn. If you know the rings of Saturn, that's what the satellites up there are now. There's too many of them that orbit in the Earth. Well, sooner or later, these things are going to crash. So they can, they get out of orbit. That's why they have the International Space Station. They go up there, they do their so-called fake-ass test. They're really up there to do repairs on these satellites because goddamn well, Like Zanron's saying, these satellites come down, they crash, we're screwed. They know what's up there. We don't know what's up there. They know what's up there. I mean, there's shit up there that's probably 200 years in the future. It's they probably got they got shit that we'll get in 200 years. These iPhones that people have, these things were invented 200 years in the future. I mean, a lot of this shit that we have now, technology, it's new to us. It's new to us, but it's 200-300 years in the future advanced to other people. Like the government has shit 300 years more than us, 400 years from us. So, this might be iPhone 22. They're on iPhone 150. So they have all, I guarantee it is all. I mean, the whole nuclear thing, that's just a diversion. Seriously, they want to press a button. They don't need to press a fucking button. They just think it. They go, burn. They probably have implants in their head. I don't know. That should be a topic you should talk to Scotty about. I wonder if Scotty knows that. I'm gonna send him a text. I'm like, do you know what the hell this is? I might be able to pull him in the chat. I don't know. Let's see. He'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh.
Oh, the rod of God is
well, yeah. Well, they're always gonna do that shit.
It's a kinetic thing. They drop it from orbit, and it's a like low Earth orbit, and because when it comes out, it doesn't have to go through the atmosphere with heat shields. Well, actually, it's made out of titanium or something. These projectiles.
Yeah, that's what the heat shields are made out of, titanium.
It hits, and then it goes in the ground, and it's kinetic energy that destroys shit.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, you think about this logically. If we get blown up, we're not going to know about it. That shit's not going to.
Tungsten metal. 24,000.
We're not going to know. I'm not going to worry about this shit because if it happens, we're not going to know about it. It's going to kill us instantly. So why the fuck am I going to worry about it? Yeah, no. What can you do about it? Nothing.
It's for the Air Force. It's an Air Force weapon.
Yeah, but that shit's up there for a reason. I mean, come on. That shit's up there for
a reason. All it is a tungsten rod, like big as a telephone pole, and it hits in the ground, and they can accurately hit something with it.
Exactly.
The kinetic energy, it's like an earthquake, turns the soil and it'll turn concrete into liquid, back into liquid form.
Zanron, you should go to Scotty's stream and get Scotty to talk about that. That's right up his alley. The Rod of God. He's like, he probably have the same joke I have. Is that a bad porn movie? You should go in there tomorrow if he does his stream and just kind of, I might bring it up in the stream. It's like, Scotty, do the topic on it. Well, Fridays used to be about ghosts, but he don't know whatever. I know a lot of shit too. That's why I should have my own show. Somebody should pay me to talk about random shit. I could do, if George Norrie can have a goddamn show, a nationally syndicated radio show and make millions of dollars, why the hell can't I do it? Just need to know the right people in the right time in the right place. That's all there is to it. You get a financial backer. I need some rich sugar mama to put me in her will or something. I mean, it's I said that a few weeks ago. I said, I need some rich sugar mama to put me in her will. And hopefully she got 3 days left though. You're like, yeah. No, I was watching a movie where they were talking about I don't remember. It had Anna Faris in it, and something about this relative hated him, and she's like, "Hey, we should go up there, talk to her, and comfort her in our last few days. Maybe she'll put us in the will." And the cousin was like, "Are you crazy? She don't even like us. She won't even." Yeah, but think about it. What if we're the last people to take care of her? She may have a soft spot and leave her stuff to. She was worth like $1 billion. She was like a billionaire, but she hated these people in a trailer track trash park or something. And she's like has this idea. Let's go up there and take care of Aunt so and so. Maybe she'll leave us the money if we're real good. And they're like, they're not gonna do that. I didn't see the whole movie, but I only saw certain parts of it. But yeah, it's something. I tell you that.
Electronic tools up,
Mm.
and then work area.
There we go. Well, Senate approves temporary extension of government funding. Oh, joy! So that means they're actually gonna, not close the government again. That's really nice of them. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Senate, for All right, we're not going to pay attention to Xanaroff in the next 12 to 15 minutes. No. You should. Oh. He wants me to get into the Paul Walker theory. He really wants me to say he's dead. Yeah, I don't think he's dead. I think he's in the witness protection program because they never did find his body. They never did find his ashes. Think about it. He's the guy from Fast and the Furious who died. He was driving.
I thought
he was driving a car. He was in a car with this guy, and they supposedly crashed. They were at some event, and they never did find his body. They said they found his body, but I don't think they ever did. And the driver crashed. I don't know what the fuck happened. He was driving, I think, or maybe he was the passenger. And anyway, the Corvette or Porsche, they went boom, and they were at a live event. They said, we're going to take this out for a spin. And they went right down the block, and you could hear boom, and everybody's like, holy shit, what's going on? And, it was a live event that the shit.
Some kind of publicity stunt went wrong or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, hey, a lot of these celebrities fake their death.
I never did watch any of those movies. Fast and Furious. I never did watch any of them.
Well, he passed away when it was like Fast and the Furious, 3, 4, now they're up to 12.
Something like that.
Well, they found Amelia Earhart's airplane in the bottom of the ocean recently, so they say. Oh, Amelia Earhart was killed by the Japanese in 1945, in my opinion. She lived, she survived, and the Japanese thought she was a spy and executed. Although some people say she lived to the 1970s. But what about Fred Noonan? Yeah, she didn't die from that plane crash. There's no way. There's no, as much Amelia Earhart stuff I've seen, there's no way. Someone said there was a grave. Oh, Tupac's alive. There's no doubt about that. That man keeps releasing records. How you can't have 4,000 goddamn songs written after your death? Come on now. They said, oh, he wrote 1,000 songs before he died. No, nobody does that shit. Tupac's alive. He's a server at TGI Fridays. Come on now. These are easy questions. Think about it. If you were a rich celebrity, where the hell you do? Well, Michael Jackson's probably dead, but I don't really give a shit about him. He's probably
nobody cares about if he's alive or dead.
Yeah,
anyway.
Fuck him. We don't care about Michael Jackson. Yeah. Michael Jackson's supposedly buried where his body's off limits anyway, which just leads you to believe that he's not dead. But, these celebrities can't stay away. Some of them maybe, but I mean, they have all this. Fame and fortune goes to their head. The real question you should be asking is, when's Elvis coming in the chat to prove he's not dead? That's the question.
Yeah, where is Elvis? Let's go!
I don't know.
Minnesota Miracle. Where you at?
No, what? You don't know the JFK story.
Well, the driver of
The driver turned
The
around
driver
and fucking
and
shot him.
shot him with a
Yeah.
pistol. Shows it in that
You can
missing
clearly
clip.
see it.
That missing clip. It's in that missing clip that you
Yeah.
can't see, but
They
several
took it out
people
to
have that
Zapruder's
missing
film.
clip.
He was ordered by George Bush, head of the CIA, to take out fucking. He was ordered by fucking Lyndon Johnson to take out. Oh, well, they say by the mob. It was a mob hit, but I say Lyndon Johnson ordered him as the vice president to take him out, and then he was promised something later in the line. That's why the George Bush files are sealed, and they were supposed to be released. It was supposed to be released recently, but they pushed it back 50 years after his death. So, you know the Elvis files is supposed to be released in a few years, 2026, 50 years out, 2027, 50 years after he died. The autopsy report. They're going to open that shit up and they're going to say, "Ha ha ha ha! He never died, you suckers." Well, I can't talk about that because YouTube will shut me down on that one. But we'll just say it's the second one. Yeah, I went on someone's stream and started talking about that once, and their stream got shut down. So I'm not going to talk about that one. But you can honestly say it's the second one. I have seen so much footage on that. I still watch that. Weirdly enough, I will watch that falling asleep sometimes. I don't know. But Elvis is in my chat every night. Well, he's not in this one. Have you seen Elvis lately? He commented on my videos the other day. I haven't seen it. Elvis is hiding. Elvis, your fans love you. Detroit, your daddy loves you. They want to say hello to the Vikings. Your daddy says hi.
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah. He'll pop up. He'll pop up soon. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he won't. I don't know. Oh, shit,
Thank you very much.
I gotta plug in my laptop.
Elvis, he comes in, your live stream. He comes in my live streams, and I hadn't seen him the last couple of weeks.
Well, he was the last stream. He commented on those Rose Down streams, plantation shorts the other day when I put them up. When I did my last live stream 2 or 3 weeks ago, he had the flu and he was really, really, really sick. So I don't know. I hope he's better by now, but he was really sick. When he had to miss work, and he never misses work.
I know Michael Jackson and Brooke Shields was at one of the awards one time, Grammy Awards. Brooke Shields was right there hand in hand with Michael Jackson.
I'll tell you this, if Elvis Presley was alive, there's no fucking way Michael Jackson would have been near his daughter. He would have fucking called the Memphis Mafia. Some bitch would have been taken out.
Yes, Bill Clinton did do that.
I wouldn't have tapped that ugly ass, but hey, beggars aren't choosers. So Bill Clinton said, come here, mama.
Better than what he had then and better than what he got now. Same person.
Yeah. Well, he's got to stay with Hillary because she's got dirt on him. She's got dirt on him. What's he going to do? She can have his ass killed in 2 seconds. Neither
one of them.
Fuck. I'll take Brooke Shields in her prom.
Yeah.
Well, I would screw Taylor Swift before I took any of those other two. And
then she'll write a song about you and make $1 billion.
Yeah, she'll make me rich. She'll make herself rich, but yeah, she's supposed to be coming to New Orleans. She's coming down here April or March, sometime this year. She's gonna play the Superdome 3 nights in a row, and sometime this year she's coming down here for her tour. I know that. And I hope they boo her ass out the fucking building like they did with Katy Perry. They booed her ass out the fucking stadium. She fucking left the she didn't even finish the fucking concert. She just fucking left because she fucking insulted LSU years ago. She She went on College Game Day, and it was LSU and Alabama, and she goes, LSU who? She goes, LSU poo. She goes, they fucking suck. And she said that on the air, and I was like, what the fuck? And she came down to New Orleans, and she was in LSU. They booed her out the fucking building. They booed her ass out the building. She ain't never came back to New Orleans since, or Louisiana since. They booed her ass out the building. She didn't. She got 3 songs in, and she walked off the stage.
You don't mess with them Cajuns.
Damn right. Now she might have went to like.
One
She
thing
might
they
have
love
went.
is the LSU football.
Yeah, it's on there. It's on YouTube. They. Oh, it might have been LSU at Auburn, I know it's LSU either Auburn or Alabama, one of them, and that's what she was saying. And she didn't watch college. She just said it because whatever. And they wasn't at LSU at the time. It was the road team, so of course she's gonna say she don't want to get killed there. They probably told, okay, stick with the home team. But, I mean, the clip's on YouTube. I think she's wearing like a pink tutu or something. I mean, it's on there somewhere. But I haven't seen it in years. But I remember she said LSU poo. And I'm like, nah, bitch. No.
Well, I know it wasn't me, Ron, because I don't do shorts.
Do you know whose short stream video popped up on my thing the other day? Short stream? I don't know.
Watching the shorts, and they'll give you a bunch of different people's shorts.
Oh,
people you don't know.
Hopefully mine. I did like 6 or 7 shorts from the plan. Well, I found out what happened with my phone. I don't have any data on my phone for internet. That's why I can't fucking stream when I'm not at home. I checked out my plan today, and
I am the devil.
I don't know who the hell that is. You've been watching a lot of Satanism shit. You know what pops up on my short streams? A lot of bikinis, a lot of hot chicks in bikinis. So YouTube knows me. I get these streams where the girls are in the they're in that rod, and then the rod goes up real fast, and then all of a sudden it makes everything go up, and then they go those carnival rods, you go straight up like a boomer, like a parachute, boom, boom, boom. I get all of those shorts, and I'm like, YouTube
Dirty
knows.
Morad that passed away from the flu, the Hong Kong Fooey flu. You know, the Hong Kong Fooey.
Wait. Mirage, how the fuck are you getting? Well, YouTube will do that. YouTube will push old shorts from 2 and 3 years ago. So
I don't know who Morad is or whatever.
Murad, he used to come in my stream. He passed away from the Hong Kong Fooey.
And who's that?
YouTube. He passed away. He was in Vegas. He used to come in my streams. Murad's Treasure, Paranormal. He was under a few names because they kept hacking his channels. I think the last channel he had was Murad's Treasure or something. I don't remember him doing any shorts.
The Mirage in Vegas. Yeah, okay.
Murad. He worked at Kroger or something. Huh. That is weird. YouTube will do that. I'm telling you, YouTube will push old videos from 2-3 years ago. I'm pretty sure he ain't doing no more videos. I'm just saying. But they're still making money off of his ass. And I did a video on Murad passing away. It's watch now. We're talking about Murad. I'm gonna start getting his videos on my feed again, and I'm gonna be like, I already seen these videos. I was in his last panel. The last panel he did, I was on his panel. It was 2 weeks before he passed away, and he had a really bad cold, and he was really sick, and it was me, him, and I think someone else. And he's like, I'm really feeling bad. He only did like 45 minutes or an hour or something like that. And he goes, I'm really feeling bad. I got the flu. I don't know what's going on. He goes, I just been really sick lately. And he's like, well, I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow, the next day. And then nothing. And then like 2 weeks later, I saw where people were saying he passed away. I was like, what? But yeah. Well, Honey Tina ain't done a live stream in a year or two either. If I stopped doing live streams 2 years from now, they would start pushing my live streams. We got to get Honey Tina to start streaming again. But she making all that money. She cashed out. She made like, I don't know, $4,000 or some shit. She said, or 400. I don't know what it was. She had all those people on it. She had all those horny guys on there after her. But she had a lot of people on her. I mean, you know, you can't say fat chicks. Nobody likes fat chicks because they do. There ain't nothing wrong with fat chicks. Trust me. I mean, they're just as good as not better than skinny ladies. And, you know, more cushion to the pushing. But, yeah, what happened to Amy? That's another name I ain't seen in a while. What happened to her, Zanron? Where's all these women that used to come in my chat? We scared them away.
Amy? Which Amy are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know her last name. It's just that that was either Honey Tina's friend or Zanron's friend. Or both.
Oh, okay.
She
I was going to say, well, the Amy, if it's Amy in the coin community, Yupa girl, she died.
I know that. Yeah, I did a video on that. Yeah, but no, this other girl, Amy. She used to come on my stream all the time. Then she got all high and mighty and disappeared. I'm like, people, come on. Like, seriously. Yeah, Yupa girl. Well, I knew it was a matter of time, but she used to come in my streams.
Yeah. Well, she's been in my panel, in my panels, live streams.
Yeah, she had brain cancer, if I remember right.
She had cancer. She had several different cancers.
Yeah. Well, they all merged together and became a super force.
And she beat two of them, and then the last one, she didn't beat that one.
Usually when you get one, it's kind of yeah, but yeah, Yupa girl passed away, and it wasn't even 3 weeks later, Murad passed away. So that's what I'm saying. All these people that come to my stream pass away. Then you know, what was it, last year? Texas Joe passed away.
I better get out of here.
You're safe. You're safe. Shit, that's all I need to hear. I'll be on someone's street. Yeah, Cajun ain't with us. What? Fucking no. No, fuck no. I'll be like, shit, I'll have to draft Missy as my new I'll be like, Missy, you're my new co-host. Yeah, that Amy. You know, she's on Instagram. I sent her a message one day, and out of the blue, she was like, hey, how you doing? And I said, okay. Oh, yeah. I didn't know Yupa had breast cancer. I thought it was brain cancer.
She had it one time. She beat it, and then she had cancer somewhere else, and then she beat it, and then her breast cancer came back.
That's what happened to Suzanne Summers recently, last year or so. 6 months ago, whatever it was, she had breast cancer in the 80s and beat it, and then it came back a second time, and the third time. You can beat it, but then when it comes back, it doesn't respond to all that shit because it mutates. It never really goes away. They say, oh, it's not in your system. It's always in your system. It just stays dormant. And then when it comes back, the treatment's not going to work because it's mutated. I mean, once you have cancer, it's in there. It never really goes away. They say it does, but I don't believe it does. I mean, it's just like a cold or a flu. I mean, you get the measles. You get the measles as a kid. If you don't get, it turns into the mumps or it turns into the red patch thing. What you call it? That you got to get the shots for. When you get the chicken pox, it turns into shingles. Because once you have the chicken pox, it stays in your system, and then you can develop shingles. That shit stays in your system. And then if for whatever reason it just eat your food or whatever.
Who wants a $20 coupon
for a dog?
Chewy Pets. Yeah, it's a pet store.
Oh, I don't.
They got medicines and all that stuff. And it's a code. It's a code.
Oh.
Right,
you already showed the damn thing.
Whoever wants it, let me know before I chunk it.
I don't have any pets, so I heard Zanron's got 4 pinch Dobermans, but no, I don't know.
A lot of food.
Yeah, I'll tell you this though. Like Amy passed away. Well, Yupa girl passed away. Then Murad passed away 3 weeks later. somebody in between passed away that used to watch my stream. Why am I forgetting their name? I can't remember. Then Texas Joe passed away, and then of course we know what Mikey did. Mikey passed away, and Mikey, I ate Mikey, you probably saw I ate some Wendy's tonight, so there you go. I had a cheeseburger and a Frosty.
Cheeseburgers, a hamburger helper, chili mac, French fries, tater tots. He always said before he said hello to everybody.
I know I should say that. Tonight. Well, that's why I got the whole twerking joke thing, because Marad used to joke. I get 100. Marad would always get 100 likes in his stream. He would joke, if I get 100 likes, I'll start twerking. And he would get 100 likes in 5 minutes, and he would get up there and just start dancing. He wouldn't shake his butt a lot. Sometimes he did. He'd get up there as a joke and just make it, goof around. That's just how he was. So that's why I said if I ever get 100 likes, which I have never gotten 100 likes on a live stream. I've gotten it on shorts twice. Yeah, I know, but I don't think Yupa Girl had a thing or anything.
That's when I had my silver wheels going. I'd get 100 likes, and then I'd do an extra giveaway. I'd do,
yeah.
extra
giveaway. That's different from shaking your booty, but no, $200, man. $200 on dogs. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know. I can. I don't know. I should have did a birthday stream. I did a birthday stream on YouTube a couple of years back, and I got a lot of donations on PayPal, but I didn't ask for any. But Bob was in my stream a few weeks back. That last stream I did, he came out of the blue, and I was like, "Damn, I ain't seen him in like 2 or 3 years." He got up to 18,000 subscribers, and for whatever reason, he stopped. He stopped doing videos.
Oh,
Blue Wave Odyssey, Bob. RV community. Remember he came in my stream the last time, and I said, he goes, "You're not monetized yet?" And I said, "No." And he's like, "I thought you'd be monetized by now." I said, "Apparently people keep dying on me." I said, "I don't know." I said, "All those people that used to come in my stream when you used to come here aren't here anymore. I mean, except for you're here, but where the hell is what's his name? Where's
Raging?
Yeah, I ain't seen most of those people. I haven't seen any. That's the thing about YouTube. People disappear.
Raging, he was in my live. You was with him in the panel last night.
Who?
Raging?
No, not Raging. I was thinking of somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't know him. No, I jumped off your panel last night because once you start going into the cars, I mean, I know cars, but I do this on Scotty's stream with the professor and a few other ones. Once they start monologuing, there's no point in me getting on the stream. Between Scott and Quick Wrench, mostly Scott, I couldn't get a word in edgewise, so I jumped off. I'm like, I'm not going to sit there for 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Scott was a goddamn monologue.
Great.
Did he ever email you about that? Or is he still?
No, he sent me an email today.
Oh, okay. He was going at it with Quick. Not going at it, but y'all had a good discussion. I was still listening after I jumped off.
Well, we were talking about a car that I need to get down here, so I got wheels.
Yeah, no, I got that point, but then he started talking about this engine and that and this and run. I'm like, all right, well, why am I on panel? I don't know nothing about cars.
Well, yeah, because it's either going to be an engine from a Jeep. I mean, the money's going to go somewhere. The engine from a Jeep. The money goes to transport that Suzuki SX4 down here.
Yeah.
And then then naturally it's going to cost a couple $100 for the license plate and the title and all that,
Well, you can get one cheaper if Zanron goes down from $3,500. He should have gave it to you for $35. Move the decimal point. There's another one I haven't seen on you, Tree Trimmer 82. Where the hell's he been? I think he got ran off. I think he got hacked or something. But all these people that I subscribe to that used to come in my chat and I used to go in theirs, you don't see them anymore. They're gone. Yeah. It's just like poof, disappear.
I'm waiting on a phone call. One of my neighbor's friends, he's got a Saturn for sale. And he went through it. He went through it. You know, he's
That was
put a lot of money in it lately. So
Yeah.
it's good to go for a while. And I think a new timing chain or belt something. And
That was the
water
last car I
pump.
bought for my mom. I bought a 2009
I used to
Saturn,
have a Saturn.
and it
Damn good car,
lasted.
good on gas.
It lasted about 7 years. The only thing that was wrong with it is the racking steering kept messing up. The transmission went out, and they wanted like 12 grand for this. And there was the transmission, the power steering went out. A few other things went out.
Oh, they
And-
brought it to the she brought it to the dealer then for that price.
Well, yeah. Well, no, some guy came down from Shreveport, a doctor guy, and he came down and he goes, I'll give you $3,000 in cash. All right. So he came down and I bought the car for $3,700. So I basically got my money back. He came down and she put an ad on Facebook or whatever, and within like 2 hours, like sort of like you with the other thing, people kept calling, and he was like, "I'll be right down from Shreveport." Basically, almost like that story you were talking about with that car that you were trying to get. Same thing when you saved it for someone, or they say, you know. So, the guy came down and paid $3,000. He goes, "They don't even run." He goes, "Pfft." He goes, "Hold on." He brought his own flatbed. One of those big ass flatbeds where you load the truck. He brought one of those. He goes, "I'll fix it." He goes, "I just need something to ride around up and down the street." Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what he was doing. He goes, "I'm just collecting cars." He goes, "I got 2 or 3 other cars I'm going to flip around and sell." But he was a doctor. He was a doctor at some hospital in Shreveport. And yeah, so he drove like 6 hours down here just to get a fucking car. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I just need. He goes, I like Saturns. He goes, I have some parts. He goes, I can fix it. It's not going to cost me anything. He goes, I just want to use it to go back and forth from work. I'm like, all right. So sold it to him.
Yeah, they good on gas, Saturns. But
Yeah, but if
but
if it wasn't,
on that phone call, so it's either gonna be the Suzuki or the
Yeah.
Saturn. If my neighbor's buddy,
I can tell you
calls me
the next time I come down there, I won't be down there. Like I think they want me to come in April, but I'm going to my aunt's house for like a couple of minutes, and then we're driving to Shreveport, going to my cousin's house. So I'll be in Shreveport most of the time.
Oh,
But they want to go in April or May because that's when my cousin goes on vacation. But because I haven't been to her new house. I've only been up there once when she lived on the golf course when she was married, and that was probably 15 years ago. No, that'd be 10 years ago because my cousin's 19. He was about 9 or 10 around that time. That's the one that's making 6 figures from the government right now. You know, it's awfully nice. Be a 19-year-old kid making 6 figures. I wish I would have went to college now.
no. I put the coupon in the trash. I didn't tear it up. I just put it like right on top. If anybody wants it, they can have the code for Chewy.
Yeah. I made Zanron run all the way back for whatever reason. I'm good like that. You know, Zanron went to go burn another machine, and we start talking about cars. He's like, wait a minute. Whoa. Whoa, I heard my name again. I was going to say that in your stream last night. Move the decimal point to $35, and you got a sold by Cajun.
Yeah, it's still gonna cost me what $1,500 to get it down here, or $1,200.
Yeah. Well, shit, Zanron could drive it to you. Shit.
I'll get it back.
All right. You could do a collaboration. Zanron and the Cajun Man. And then Zanron could post it on his stream. Cajun could post. You know, I'm sure all the Cajuns people come on Zanron's stream. I don't know. Right. I mean, I would have freaking did a collab with Doug last week, but his phone's broken. I can't get in touch with him on Facebook because I didn't got no internet up there, or very little. I couldn't get on my computer, so I can't contact him. And Cajun's card, they don't have a car, so yeah. Just $3,500 is a little out of Cajun's budget right now. Now, if you gave it to him on 12 monthly plans, you know, what if Cajun paid you $26 a month for the next 43 years at 2% interest? That was weird. What the hell was that? It must be on Cajun's side. I must have heard a ghost. That's on Cajun side. Oh, I'm crippled. My ass hurts. That'd be a hell of a deal. But you could be like, I got the title almost paid off. That's retirement fund there. Right? But yeah, but I bet you the Kelly Blue Book would probably pay you like way less than that, though. But still, it's not a bad. You gotta set the odometer back a few thousand miles and you sold. But I think they can test that odometer shit now. But
Chastacoca.
yeah, there you go. I gotta go to the store in the morning. They said it was supposed to rain today, and it didn't rain. It was dark, but it didn't rain. So they're saying all week it's supposed to rain down here. It was windy yesterday and it was windy today.
Had a little bit yesterday, but that was about it.
It was in the 50s today because I went outside for my break and it was. I
was in the 50s last night and today too.
Yeah, they said it's supposed to stay in the 50s the rest of the week, and then
54 right now.
Yeah, it's probably about 56 right here or so. But I gotta do all these receipts in the morning. I got about 50 receipts I gotta play on Receipt Hog and the other one. I found a lot of receipts at the casino. I just couldn't take them with me because they were on the service tray. They had money on top of them, but I scanned them. But it said like Django. It said weird names. It didn't say Paragon. But it gave me 25 points. 25. But I found the receipt that gave me 2,000 points recently at Walmart. So, but we didn't go many places. Like when we usually go to my aunt's, we'll go to Walmart. We went to the Dollar General Market the other day. I still got that damn splinter in my hand. I should take this fucking splinter out my hand. I don't know why it's still in there. I went to Dollar General, and they have these wooden stakes, these posts. You hammer into the ground, and they were facing up. So I took it out with my hand, and I felt something go right in my hand, and I was like, "Look, vampire stakes." I should have took a picture of it, but the damn piece of this damn thing went right in my hand. It's still in there. I might take it out. Yeah, I'm going to have to take it out. It's not hurting me anymore, but I'm going to have to get some tweezers and pull that sucker out. But I took a picture of the display. It's a blue dog or some kind of dog. Let me see. Oh, why do I got that damn picture? I don't want that damn picture in there. There we go. This is an interesting dog. But Elvis said he goes, it's the Forrest Gump house. And I go, all plantations look like the Forrest Gump house. What the hell are you talking about? But they got I got this old Coke machine bottle, Coke machine picture. Wait a minute, look picture. Did you see the kitty picture? The kitty video? This kitty's lying on the bench, and my kitty looks up, puts his head down. Hey, everybody was petting him. I was like, I don't know. I'm like, hey, kitty. Oh, that black cat was in my backyard again today, and I wanted to record it. I was going to record it, but then I didn't have the phone on me. But this bastard is acting like a squirrel. He's walking really slow. He's like, slow. And then he pounced. I don't know. He caught something, a bug. And then he starts digging in the fucking yard, like digging. And I'm thinking, you better not be dumping in my yard again, you little bastard. And then he's sitting down. I went, hey. I open up the door, and he looks at me, and he moves. But he wasn't doing his business. And then he starts walking, and he pounces. He's seen a grasshopper or something. my last job, I got vacation time 90 days after I was hired. But I had PTO. I don't have any of that shit at this job because I'm not full-time right now. I will be in the future, but I'm still looking around for another job. You know, because it's kind of, I don't like the merit. Oh, you have to pay your dues. I've been paying my goddamn dues for 27 years. I don't need to pay my dues anymore. So, I mean, I did 4 different positions today, so, you know. Oh, yeah, they're supposed to have a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse this month, isn't there? I mean, I have the list. I have the list from NASA, but I don't remember when it is. Every
March or April. We're gonna see most of it.
My brother lives in Ohio. I may see him again one day. Probably not. You know, his loss, not mine. He may pop into my YouTube one of these days. He may be in here all the time, but I just don't know. But he lives up that way. We were talking about that yesterday at work. Somebody was talking about, oh, my boyfriend's sisters, brothers, dogs, cousins, nephews. I don't know. She kept going on. Lives in Ohio. And I said, oh, okay. Why are you telling me? I don't care. Unless you got somebody to set me up with, I don't know. But stranger danger. I see Missy in the background. I did that to my cousin. My cousin walked in the door and I went, stranger danger, because I hadn't seen her in like 5 or 6 years. She's in that video. She's in that video. I tried to keep everybody out the video, but one of these videos, they all walked in front of me. That's why I couldn't post the last one. Everybody I was with walked in front of my camera, and I'm like, I'm filming this for YouTube. And then the goddamn tour guide walks in my way. Yeah, I'm like, the tour guide walks in my way. I said, why are you in my way? Why are you in my way? She goes, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I told you I was. She said I could, as long as you didn't take flash photography, which I don't know what the fuck that's going to ruin. But I didn't ask her about. I knew I was taking video. She saw it.
Yeah, she ate it all.
Missy, I want some cookies. But yeah, if you look in, oh, it might be May. Usually we don't see eclipse that good down here. I don't know. The last one, it was only like 30%, if that. But I'm pretty good. There is a light. There's a street light right in front of my next door neighbor's house. And then of course across the street they got big ass fucking white floodlights. But most of the time they've been turning it off lately. But if I walk out my driveway and look behind my house, I can always see the constellations, the Dipper, the moon. So if it comes from that side, I'm good. If it comes from the other side, if this is a lunar eclipse, if it's a solar eclipse, usually the sun comes in front because it's always, my room is always hot. The sun comes, everybody else's room in this house was always in the back. Mine's in the front. So that's why I always got my fan on, because if I turn my fan off, it's 100 degrees in here. In the summertime, it's like really, really hot unless I'm running everything. But I have a screenshot of all the eclipses that's supposed to happen in the next 10 years. I just don't know where that screenshot is. But anyway, my cousin was picked up on one of my videos. I don't think she cares. But she's talking about her gray hairs. I said, what gray hairs? I don't see any gray hairs on you. I said, shit. My cousin, well, I still think she looks like she's in her 20s because she's got a face that looks like 20s. But, you know, but, I mean, she don't look 55. I'll tell you that. So, but But she was doing the tour guide. She was acting like the tour guide, and I went to film it. I said, "Hold on," and she keeps talking. I said, "I want you to be my tour guide." I said, "I'll put this on YouTube." She's like, "I'll do that," and I went to film it, and then somebody else came right behind me and started talking, and I'm like, "Do you see me recording this shit?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then I couldn't record, but I would have had my cousin as the tour guide, and I would have said, "Here's a hot tour guide," and I would have put it on YouTube. It probably would have got a lot of views, but she was reading about the slaves and the what you call it, and all the stuff that was around, and you can't believe they're religious weirdos. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're weirdos for a reason. What they should have, they always say that shit around an eclipse. Oh, the world's gonna end. No, it's not. It just means the fucking sun is blocking the moon. That's nothing about the world ending. Now, if the fucking earth gets hurled into the sun, okay, I can understand that. And at some time in the future, millions of years from now, the moon moves away from the sun. I think they said 2.5 meters per year. They said in about 1 million years, the moon is going to be out of the Earth's orbit. And they said without the satellite, the Earth is going to spin out of control. Like rotation is going to go faster and faster because the sun and the moon make the rotation slower. That's why you have 24 hours, 365. They said in about 1 million years, maybe even 1 billion years. We're not going to be around, so it really doesn't matter. But they said the moon, because the moon is further and further away from the Earth each year. I think it's like 2 meters or something, which is not a lot, but they said at some point when the moon is going to be out of the Earth's gravitational pull, then the Earth is going to spin sideways on its axis or some shit. And so really the moon is really the only thing that, do you think space is real? What kind of question is that? Of course space is real. You got to have the planet sitting on something. So, is the sky, I don't know, I've never seen Chicken Little. Is the Earth round or flat? It's square. No, of course it's round. I can't believe in 2024 they're going to have flat theory people saying, the world's flat. Really? They got photographs of the shit saying thing. Next, you'll be asking me if the NASA moon landing was real. It can't be real because there's no oxygen in space, and that flag clearly moved. That's what people pull out of the conspiracy on that. And the flag clearly moved. But then again, I think Buzz Aldrin said they didn't go to the moon. I don't know. Somebody must have paid him. I swear he said that on a podcast recently. We didn't go to the moon. That was staged. And I'm like, really? I could have sworn he said that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was the conspiracy. It was controlled in a studio because they were saying there's no oxygen in space and that flag blew and there's no wind. So how did the flag move? Well, they were jumping around. I mean, at some point, I don't know how it was done in a swimming pool. They said it was a backlot studio. I don't see how it could be a swim. Maybe it could be, but I don't know. Too many conspiracy. I have enough conspiracy. That's what I'm saying. I can do an entire 60-minute, 30-minute show on there once a month, once a week. You can be the co-host, Anron, if you want. We could do a podcast. I'm gonna have to talk to Russ on the Odyssey and get me my radio station and get me my audience, and we can have a radio conversation. We could simulcast it like Scotty does on YouTube. You could be the co-host, and we could just bullshit for an hour. Of course, we can't swear or any. Well, I guess we could swear. It's internet radio. You don't get paid for it anyway. I don't think he pays people to be on the internet radio. He plays ads, at the beginning of the ad, the old ads, but I would insist at least $3 an hour. You know, I think that's a fair kind of deal, right? Buy me some Twinkies or something. He's funny. Scotty gets funny. I mean, he's serious during his show. Yeah, he does get serious. He is passionate about his topic. But, I mean, if you watch The Captain's Cabin, you know, he jokes around. I've already talked to him on the phone. And, you know, he does get serious. He does get passionate. One time he yelled at me, not yelled, but about not voting. He goes, "You need to vote. People need to vote." And I'm just like, okay, chill. He's, you know, whatever. But, I mean, he's not all serious. Reminds you of Frasier. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess he's kind of in that kind of, you know, he's better than the other guy that we used to watch. He's the one that said, "Go watch Scotty." The other guy we used to watch is a total pain in the ass with a capital A. But I don't know. I'd say Scotty's eccentric, but he's not. I don't know. I did interview him once on my channel. He was on my channel for 2 hours in like a cowboy outfit. But I think I got like 60 views on that. All of his audience came on my stream, and we were just bullshitting, and we were just talking about. And I wanted to talk to him about Ghost, but we never got to Ghost. We got to certain. We were just bullshitting most. And I said, well, I'm gonna have you back. I might interview him again in the near future. I want to interview Sarah Solin too, because she said she would do it. I want to start interviewing like these, you know, people and just kind of, you know, but yeah, but I mean, Scotty's harmless, you know. He does get passionate about his topic. I do say that, but you got to have passion about what you're talking about. But see, I go up in Scotty's stream and I just goof. I don't know what half the topics are. I just goof around. And you think Joe Rogan's going to do an interview with me? Shit. Joe Rogan would laugh my ass out the building. I'd like to talk to Joe Rogan. I mean, I do watch his podcast. And he makes a lot of sense what he talks about, you know. But honestly, I don't, you know, I'd have a better chance talking to fucking Batman, Saddam Hussein. He's been dead for years. They did Joe Rogan.
I gotta eat. I'm getting weak. I gotta eat. So
yeah, go ahead, jump off, Cajun. I'm probably, I've been almost going 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours. Yeah. So
yeah, I was getting ready to get the few minutes anyway, but
all right. Yeah, man, I'm starving. So
go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later, buddy. Later than Ron in January. Polita.
Thank you, Cajun. Appreciate you. But, let's see. No, he must have froze. That's weird. He'll click off in a minute, I guess. Oh, you might go to that React channel. Is my internet wacky or? I mean, I guess I'll end the stream, but yeah, Cajun's not going off on his side. He will go off eventually, but yeah, maybe so. But I'll do a stream tomorrow night if I don't get called into work, Xanron, around the same time. But yeah, I'm sorry I missed your live stream earlier, Xanron. I apologize. I was probably sleeping. You know, but appreciate y'all popping on. Okay, there it finally went off. Yeah, I was getting ready to end the stream anyway. I really wanted to go an hour, but I have all this time. So I appreciate all January, Xanron, David Carlisle, whoever else popped on the stream. I know there's a few. I missed Skipper. I'll probably do one tomorrow night around the same time, give or take. Even if Scotty is streaming, I'll probably still do my own. I mean, no, there's no competition or nothing, but So anyway, y'all have a good night. Have a happy leap year. I wish it was hump day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And that's it. Night, folks.